What are you drinking?
Continue the show, bro. Always have fun on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays are the best days, remember?
Yep. Hey, we ship champagne when we thirsty. No,
There you go. There you go.
Threw me off for a second.
I know. I thought Cash was here. I was like, oh, when did he jump in?
Nah, missed that guy, man.
Yep.
But you know he's busy off protecting our land over here, so. Nah. Nah, kidding. But yeah, man. I always feel like I'm doing this for like the first time, or like I'm just not nervous or anything. It's just like I just never know how to start it up or whatever.
Tongue tied.
Yeah, see here and there, but then as soon as I get a couple of beers in and whatever, I'm all in.
Between loudmouth me and John, we'll fill the gaps. Don't worry.
This background keeps throwing me off, though. I feel like there's an ad at the bottom left, right under Matt. I'm like, since when did their ads pop up here?
That gives me a good idea now for the next one. So, Pudgy, man, how's it going?
It's going well. I arrived to be greeted by a short, hairy man when I came home from work. Luckily, my wife left him in the box. And,
I was gonna say, he's looking in the mirror.
Yeah, I thought that was your wife. For a second. Okay.
she identifies as a girl. Sorry, but yeah, it's I'm very happy. I haven't got to really study it. I just put it up 5 minutes before the stream. The unboxing experience is kind of like if Sideshow and XM had a baby. Because you got the XM straps, but you got the Sideshow style art box, and
I thought you were going to say quality.
No. I mean, I haven't looked at it with a magnifying glass, but I'm quite happy. And number 27, my birthday. So.
Oh wow.
Oh,
number 27. That's a low number. That's nice.
Yeah, number 27. Quite happy. Good
Love
sign.
to see it.
It's crazy.
You only look 27 too. So.
Yeah, that's what...
in dog years. Yeah.
No, but it's a Wolverine 1/3, and would you say it looks like a 1/4 box or something?
No,
Close?
no. It's the box is huge compared to okay.
I'll put you in big screen real quick. Oh yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's the size of.
It's thinner than I expected, but it's tall. It's a pretty wide.
Wow,
it's a
you're
pretty
describing
wide
me.
It's like a model.
Yeah, okay. Sell me another bridge, why don't you?
Oh, there's Cash right there. Have a great show, guys.
There he
All
is.
Straps and Harry from Pudgy.
and his imagination ran wild.
Yeah.
That's Pudgy's green room.
That's right. Interviewing. Scarlett's booked for 2:00 tomorrow.
Cool. Phoenix, how are you been? How's your weekend?
Yeah, good, man. Just running around today, trying to finish up a cape. But I saw another one, so. Superman keep giving, I keep taking.
Paying for itself now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Your headset seems superb tonight, so you're good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Brand new one.
He got nervous for a second. He's like, what? No.
No, he wasn't that nervous. He was like, I'll go buy a $1 one tomorrow. Don't worry, guys.
Nah, but thanks for joining, man. And
having
Matt,
me.
yeah. Matt, what's up, man? How are you liking this Virginia weather or this DMV weather lately?
Yeah, I know, right?
You guys got hit with a lot of storms. I was preparing for it yesterday, but nothing came through my way. So I lucked out. Yeah, I dodged it. I mean, we just had some mist, a little bit of light rain, and that was it.
Man, we got slammed.
So,
but how's your weekend? How did everything go?
It was pretty copacetic, man. Just running around with the kids, doing kid stuff, family stuff. That's about it, really. Just lay low.
How's your diorama doing? You still marveling at it?
Oh yeah. I come down, look at it every day with a cup of coffee. So it's I mean, that's what we do, right? Yeah. I mean, especially with a new piece. I mean,
yep,
that's the feeling.
It's funny. I got the Hulk transformation, and every day I like look at him. I'm like, man, he look better down here in the lower shelf. But that's just like, I feel like I gotta start working out a little bit more to bring him down. Like it took me forever to get him up there, so I was like, nah, he's gonna stay up there for a little bit. Cool, man. And Brenton, man, welcome back. I know you were under the weather for a little bit, and looks like you're all better now.
I'm getting there. I still have the rest of the week off to recover, so it's part of the time frame they gave me. So I'm going to take full advantage of it. Not back to work till Monday.
Whether you need it or not, huh?
Exactly.
Did you get that Vic Saz on you, man?
Just bathe in Vicks. I just, it's like a slip and slide.
Oh, Jesus.
And John, man, how was your weekend? How you been?
It was good, man. Busy as usual with the family. Trying to spend some quality time with the family. What do we do this weekend? Groceries, the regular stuff, the catch-up stuff. Went for a little bit of a drive. That's it. Nothing special. Nothing exciting.
A little bit of a drive.
A little bit of a drive,
I was watching it before this one, and it was good, man. It was definitely like a little let loose,
Oh, that was Friday.
That was right. Oh, my bad.
It was too long, I think. That's my commute every day, twice a day.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah. I love the lighting in your room, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And Rashid, man.
What's going on?
How's it going,
Rashid?
What's up, all the fellas on the panel? What's up?
How are you?
How's it going?
All right.
You sure that Han's not possessed? It keeps moving.
Nah, let me tell you something. I get up sometimes because I get like what you call insomnia. Sometimes I've gotten up like 3 o'clock in the morning, wasn't scared of nothing like that, So, and back in the days, I used to have the you remember the Pepsi statues, the life size?
Yeah.
I had a Darth Maul in my room. I mean, not in my room, but in the next room. And my when I would go away, my sister, I used to have a cat. That girl would go in and come in the daytime and only feed my cat in the daytime. She would never come to the house at nighttime because Darth Maul was.
Nice.
I would have rigged the lightsaber to light up if motion sensors.
Wait till that life-size Boba gets there. And then you'll have like this armed guy when you see an outline of that in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you know what it is? I got to position him away from the door because I couldn't sleep with knowing that there's a figure down the hallway. I just couldn't do it. Yeah.
Pause what?
I got that one just for you, man.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Well, you have a good weekend?
Yeah, it was all right.
I don't know how you guys are doing up north, but like down here, it's like spring weather right now. So it's like the leaves are changing, but it's nice and cool here.
Yeah.
So a couple of things to talk about tonight. Like I wanted to bring this one up early. I don't know if Pudgy's gonna say something on this one, but Statue of the Year, man. You guys got any predictions for this year?
Yeah. Statue of the Year. I would have to give it some deep thought as to what came out during the year. You're talking during the calendar year? Just the calendar year.
This calendar year, yeah.
Not PO, but delivered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Delivered, yep, correct. I think that's how it always goes.
I feel like we need a list of options when you do this.
Yeah.
What actually came out this year?
It's so hard to tell, right?
Exactly.
There's a couple of good ones.
The only thing that comes to mind is that everyone was raving about was that sideshow symbiote Spider-Man.
No,
Yeah.
that sideshow cap though. Like a lot of people.
Oh,
love
Cap
that
too.
one.
Yeah.
Cap,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
I can't remember
The
anything else that
repainted
came out.
Storm.
Storm.
I mean, for me, Apocalypse was my one of my anticipated pieces.
Yeah.
But and when he came out, he made noise, but I didn't think he made the lot of noise that I thought that he was gonna make. Even though I think he's a great piece, and I would never let him go. I think Revan, XM Revan should be one of the runners up for Statue of the Year. I don't know how many people seen that statue, but it's a good piece.
What about the XM Archangel? Didn't he come out this year?
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
Yeah,
That was nice.
Yeah, it came out good.
Yeah. Jar had
Sorry.
just mentioned a good one there. That's a good one in the chat. The
Hulk on Throne by
Hulk on Throne.
Queen.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that piece. The
Yeah.
Queen piece. I love that
Then you
piece.
could do like that quarter scale Queen Hulkbuster or something.
Maybe the LBS Magneto too. That came out this year.
That one's
I mean-
beautiful, yeah.
I mean, did they do a Statue of the Year last year? Because I didn't hear nothing about last year. Did they do it last year?
Who's they?
I think the Batman one
Well-
last year, the one John has behind them.
The Batcave.
I know that one a couple.
They do, yeah. They do like
Yeah,
they do like a big forum. So it depends on like I mean, Batman Statue Collector, they do theirs, but
Okay.
in different communities, everybody picks something.
Yeah.
They
Every-
call it Statue of the Year, but
Yeah.
I didn't really hear too much.
I think CMP had Batcave, right? Batman Batcave. I think that's what we had.
This year. It's kind of
But what-
early though, right?
What about
You saved
what
that for
about-
December.
yeah? What about where the customs at? Come on, man, y'all. Just like
Oh,
Oh, wait a minute.
Y'all-
That's the after party show.
y'all stay down here. Let's go up here. Let's go
That,
up here.
that we
Bring
shall
some
not
custom.
speak of. It's like Voldemort.
Oh,
well,
okay.
if we go custom, I'm gonna go with my Omega Red.
That's old, man. That's 2 years old.
Not to him, it's not. That was just the other day he got it.
What?
You talking about the one where he's crouching over the cryo chamber?
That was 2 years old. I could be. I mean, it could be true.
A year and a half. Yeah, it was out last. Just over a year old.
All right, then I vote for my Mr. Sinister and Goblin Queen. Is that early enough for you?
I think that just missed the cutoff.
Oh, well.
Is that where he's got the boots, the high boots? Well,
Yeah.
it Sinister has high boots.
I just got this 20 minutes ago. Does that meet the cutoff?
Yeah,
That's reason. Okay.
I had
Are
to
you
see which
looking
one
at
you're talking
Wolverine?
about, Rashid.
Oh, you
But
just
you-
see the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have to see which one you're talking about. I think I know which
Oh,
one.
the-
but
I think I got a picture of it somewhere. I'll
it's Sinister.
But yeah. Pudgy, are you looking at Wolverine?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I just unboxed it, so I haven't given it the macro lens treatment, but I'm looking forward to it. And it's not cumbersome either. It's a nice solid piece, but it's not. I won't have a hard time bringing it upstairs for photos. So it's cool.
Do you like the extra head, that egg head, the original egg head they replaced with?
I haven't looked yet. I got the one I have on him right now is the shouting one. That's the first one I unwrapped. The other one's
Okay.
still in the cellophane.
I guess the other question would be like, what's the statue of the year that you received this year? You know, like what did you receive this year? It doesn't have to. It could be old. It could be new. Like John, you got a good group of boys right there.
Oh, so it's new to you.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
New for me this year. Well,
Oh, this is a
recency
good one.
bias is this guy and Cap Sideshow Cap.
That's definitely gonna be up there. Sideshow Cat.
Well, I think everybody knows what I'm gonna say. There's also another custom surfer that just came out where he's riding on a wave. That's pretty good.
I saw that one. That looks nice.
Yeah.
I got news on that. The Wonder Woman from Queen today or yesterday, Matt. It's gonna be here in November. Kind of late.
Yeah, I got an invoice too. Yeah, it's kind of late. I don't know what happened there, but
Well, it's nice. It's right before Christmas. so it doesn't count as a Christmas gift. They can't be.
What were you about to say, Brenton?
You know, as much as I like the Hulk transformation, I think I like the XM Venom a little bit more that I got. Like, I really like that statue. That's definitely one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you made me get Hulk transformation. So what's going on?
Yeah, I was about to say, man. This is a funny game, isn't it? It's a funny game. Like, you know, you'll have a statue and you'll really digging in it, and then up comes another one, and it's like, wow, this is I think maybe taking that one, but then you go back and you start looking at it like, man, I don't know. And you look at another piece, and you know, you start looking at your collection. You really get into it, man.
It's hard to say sometimes. You really get stuck. Like you know, I think seeing it in person makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Like pictures, videos, everything. It doesn't do it justice. You need to see it with your own eyes.
I would agree.
But the question is just because it's new, newer than transformation.
No. I just like admire there's just some little details I like the way the nails are done on the feet and everything, and just the way the base is with the crumpled concrete and the broken clock and his portraits. I just really enjoy that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I have a really older piece that I still enjoy to this day. I think it's one of my favorite pieces is that Conan Fury of the Beast. And it's an older piece, but I still just, you know, I can't get enough of it.
Oh, I saw someone selling that today. They never even opened it. They had it.
Did they?
Yeah.
I'd get it, but I already have two, so I can't.
You don't want a third?
Yeah.
Just have one in every room?
I know, right? Stop.
Different colors.
It's like
one black and one purple, maybe.
I had to get one and paint it gray and silver. Have a silver back. Oh, that'd be cool.
Ooh.
That third one's coming soon.
He's gonna send me a message. Link me to that one.
That would be cool, though. Think about it.
There goes Brenton again.
You damn enabler! You're getting worse than Aiden.
Well, what do you guys think about this one? XM Swamp Thing is my statue of the year. For
That was a nice piece.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh.
I love the swamp out on that one. Phoenix, how about for you, man? You said Magneto, but what else for you, that you received in?
Well, I think is it Cap? I think I got Cap, and I think the same year, maybe.
Oh, nice.
I forget, but yeah, but
LBS one.
Yeah, LBS one, yeah. Those two.
What's up, Razor?
Top notch, I think.
Really quick, someone was asking, is there any news on the LBS Hulk? Have you guys heard anything about it?
Yeah, I think it's coming soon, really soon.
Like the pre-order?
Yeah, I think within the month. I can't see it going past October, latest.
Yeah, but you never know if they're stuck in this battle or go round of getting things approved by Marvel.
Yeah, I think they're past that. Yeah, I think they're past that now.
Okay. Jay said it's been approved.
Yeah.
So, a question for you is: let's say the ES number goes up by quite a bit. But just say, I don't know, 1,500. Let's just say
1,500 ES.
I'm just bringing out the numbers.
Okay.
Would you guys blow your mind or what? Would you guys be second guessing?
I don't think you have to worry about that because I've heard some rumors of what it's going to be.
Yeah, no, 1,500. I would really wait. Not that it hinders the piece. It's just it gives you a little bit more, I think, time. I don't think at 1,500 it's going to be going. They're going to be all flying off the shelf.
Especially that price point.
Yeah.
At that price, I mean, at the edition size, wouldn't that price point lower? Don't you think?
No, I don't think they're going to lower that.
So?
It's going to stay.
I guess
because I don't think they're going to add enough to make a difference. They're not going to increase it to that degree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be exactly. I don't think it's going to be by much.
All right, since these are just rumors, what's the edition size? What do you think the edition size is going to be? 500, 600, 1,000?
I think around the 500 mark.
Yeah, I think around 450.
For
For
everything?
all 3 versions total?
No, for each one.
Yeah.
For each one.
The
What about all-
gray is still going to be a little bit lower.
I thought they gave an ES number.
They did. Well, he spoke on it, but it wasn't official.
Yeah, it was never
Target.
made. I think he kind of got his finger slapped a little bit by XM saying, hey, don't come out and say that yet. We haven't figured this out yet. So he kind of jumped the gun a little bit in his excitement.
Henry says 1,000 all combined.
I don't think that's going to be possible only because of how many different options there are. There's like 5 options.
That means 300 for each? No.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I think
where
it'll-
it's already at. So it's definitely going up.
Yeah, it's definitely going
How do you
I
mean
think-
5 options? There's 3 versions and
So
then
you
the
have
one-
gray, the 3 by themselves, and then the 1
Right.
deluxe. So that's 5 options.
4.
I think
4.
Phoenix.
Where you
I
getting
think
5?
4.
I think
4.
Phoenix is right. What are you talking about?
There's 3.
I think Phoenix is right with the
and-
1500.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
Because there's 5 versions. There's 3 on
She's right.
each.
She's right. Gray and
Yeah.
green of the
No,
same
without the green.
sculpt.
Without the gray. I think it's gonna be 1500, just the green versions split between the 3. It's around 500 a pop.
Jarhead's asking who on the panel is gonna get, or on the chat is gonna get the Hulk.
It's gonna
John?
I like to
you
try.
want
I like to try to get it. We'll see.
be- yeah, me as well.
You're
That's a
going.
Buscema Hulk.
Are you getting all 3, or are you gonna get just one? Pudgy? Okay.
Stop it.
Yeah. I'm just making sure, man.
Clear out those shelves
Negative.
behind you just to display everything.
Yeah.
Or get rid of the TV, man.
Pudgy's going to get the 3rd option plus the gray one.
No.
Get everything covered. Just get all
No,
bases
no.
covered.
Yeah, because you want the fire sale 6 months later when I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna put this? I got to unload this.
I'm gonna come at your. I'm gonna be like Phoenix. I'm gonna come knocking at your door 5 years later.
Yeah.
Hey, you done looking at that?
Yeah.
My turn.
Now that my car is paint job shot and I got to park it outside. Yeah, all right. Yeah. No.
But John, you said you're gonna get. Which version are you planning on getting? The 1 or the 3?
I'm gonna try to get the deluxe.
Deluxe. Dang.
Super
Try.
size me.
That's a big try. We'll
I'd
see
be
what
interested
happens.
in it too, but I don't know. There's a customer I want to track down, so I don't know.
Rashid, you going for them, or are you going for the Hulk? No.
I ain't messing with that.
Wonder what's good for this guy.
Rashid wants
Can't
a
miss it
statue.
with that.
He wants a statue.
Trifle.
He can shake his hand. He wants to be able to
Oh, no.
walk up, look at this statue eye to eye while standing up.
Actually, you probably could with that 1/3 Hulk.
Yeah, that legendary, but those statues is that's a different level, man. That kills your space. Can you put like this? Can you guys imagine the box?
That kills your space.
I know, right?
The guy
That's the guy in the refrigerator.
with that thing behind him. Well, that kills your space. Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
man.
Joey says
That's
I'll be
funny.
getting the Rage version. Then Jarhead says I hope LBS is at New York this year. Me too, man.
No, I heard that Sideshow is not going to be at Comic-Con this year. That's what I heard. I hope it's a rumor, but that's what I heard. That Sideshow's not going to be there this year because they're going to do that. What you call it again? The live stream.
Yeah.
The live con
Show
thing.
con.
Yeah, like nobody's going to be there. I don't think nobody's going to be there at maybe Gentle Giant. Gentle Giant might be there.
Well, I don't think LBS is going to be at any American cons
Right.
because they're not licensed here.
Well, XM was at the con before, so
But they do have some licensed pieces, so it's hard to say what they were showing.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Knight. I think the gray one is the one to go with.
Well,
To go with because of resale, or just because of how rare it's gonna be.
Maybe a little bit of everything. I personally like. I don't know. I think it is. I think the ES is going to be lower. I think. I think it's nice just because it's different. It's really different. The only reason I'm not going with it is because I would prefer the different variations, as opposed to just that sculpt that you're stuck with, right? Because I think they're only doing the one sculpt in the gray.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It might become rare, but are there that many collectors that want it because of that?
It will.
You see what I'm saying?
I see another sideshow situation with the Kirby Hulk, that their OG Kirby Hulk, that gray one. Yeah, I could see that happening again.
I guess you got a point there.
It doesn't feel like the Hulk, though. It's like when you think of the Hulk, you always think of green. He was gray for such a little amount of time.
Yeah.
And then they bring it back now and again, but it's a different personality. So,
yeah,
like
that's true as well.
Not Hulk.
But that's the way to do it.
What happened to the MCU? Turns him gray.
Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly.
They could turn him purple as long as they stop him at doing yoga.
Please.
Yeah, I don't
Amen.
see them going that far back though, because then you're treading so far backwards at that point. It wouldn't make sense.
They're too established to go
they
that far
plan
back.
to do like a Joe Fix-It, and then I could see it.
Yeah, but they got to mix it up, right? You go green, now you go Ginger Giant, and next thing you go gray, and then back to
what did Joe
It's
bring?
not going to be Kirby gray. So, like I said, Joe Fix-It or shoot, he was like a little
McFarlane's run.
Yeah, because if they go that route, then it's going to be he turns gray at nighttime, and during the day he goes back to Bruce. So he doesn't have he's not as strong as Savage Hulk, but he's clever.
This is assuming they actually follow the comics.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think they just pull storylines that are popular and then adapt their own stories, whatever they want to tell. That's kind of their method at this point.
We'll see. It's funny that you bring that up too. My next topic for tonight was effective communication. How do we get through companies and fellow collectors? So it's funny because we always bring up the question of how to like bring up ideas to statue companies or bring up little issues that we have with them, like either it being like no communication at all or following everyone's lead on like XM does, like they open it up to the public a lot. But we never talk about how we communicate with other collectors, or at least in a positive way. I feel a lot of people talk to each other in a I collect. Yeah. It's it's a little bit different nowadays.
Well, it seems like
I was going to say, are you talking about sales or are you talking about just like the social media in itself?
You can make it. You can make it whatever you like. Like sales would be cool because I got one on that tonight. And then also, it's just collecting in general.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brenton. Go ahead.
I think the main method of contact is through Facebook, right? Whether it's through groups or Messenger, seems to be the main type of contact. And then, you can reach out to these companies, but I feel like a lot of people may just start attacking them and not be respectful or constructive in any way. Like I could just imagine a lot of collectors just reach out and be like, "This sucks." Like that's their comment to it. It's not like, okay, well, give a little more. Maybe they would be a little receptive to it. But I feel like that's a common thing among social media of just, this bit of rudeness that doesn't really help anything.
What do you think, John?
I think for companies, it's like Brenton said, we've seen so many times, the community, we're very opinionative, right? People want to give their opinions, but I think the only way to really get to a company's heart and to make change is to vote with your wallet. Company puts up a pre-order and they're not getting any orders, well, they're going to start listening real quick. And I think that's the best way to get the companies. Fellow collectors, forget about it. It's like talking to concrete. But for me personally, I do this whole YouTube thing for fun, and we never had this in the beginning of the hobby. We have it now, and I try to go on here, try to make people laugh, and just give opinions. That's all. Sometimes get a little too passionate, but hey, it's all part of the game. It's all part of the fun.
Yeah, I completely agree. One thing I definitely think with these companies, like people, how they speak to them, it's like anything they bring to us, it's like it's never perfect, but people tell them how to make it perfect, but then like when they give that to them, it's like, oh, it costs too much. Like it's what Arch was saying. As far as communication with companies, do you think it's fair to complain and want changes on a piece you have no intention of buying? It's like,
Yeah, it's so true. Very true.
that's what I
Well,
was
it's a
going
two-way
with.
street, though, right, Steve? It has to be. Like the company has to be out there saying, we want opinions too. I'm sure
Exactly.
you have companies out there that are just like, we don't care what you think.
I think it
So
depends on the company too, because I mean with Sideshow they got so many other stuff going on, so they have less wanting of the opinion. While XM, the whole line is just statues, right? So they have to listen to the people who buying that only one stuff, as opposed to Sideshow. They got frames, they got prints, got everything else under the sun. So if you listen to everybody, it's not much of a business plan. So sometimes you have to get away from everybody and do your own stuff and offer what you offer. And if it doesn't sell, then you
Adjust.
adjust. Exactly.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I think the company, like you said, it depends on the company. I think right now Sideshow um is about business. So like if you still look, and we can't dwell on the past anymore, but if we went back and looked at old Sideshow, they was doing everything that they was like a Bowen. They was coming out like Bowen, like they was taking chances on characters. Now it's all about what character sells. So it's like we don't care you want this character. We going with what's financially good for us. You know, that's
Oh, yeah, I agree completely. I think Sideshow's one of the companies. They don't care. They don't.
yeah, not anymore.
No, no,
They
no,
don't, they
no.
don't care anymore.
There's no community involvement there. Like they'll do their nice lives and
Like
but
remember
oh,
that? Remember the Wolverine? That was supposed to go with the Sabretooth. Now, and no disrespect to anybody who liked that Wolverine, but a lot of people was just shooting it down. And I like Mark Canale, and I feel like he could have did a better job, and I felt like he should have scrapped that. But Sideshow was like, you didn't see Sideshow look at it like, you know what, people are showing that they're not happy with it. Let's just make a comeback. Nah, they said, F y'all, either you order it, you don't. And they came out with it. They didn't care about how crazy the pose looked. It didn't look like it matched or nothing. So,
Aiden has a good comment.
Yeah, he says, I play devil's advocate. If people don't voice their opinions, others might still buy garbage, and that allows companies to keep putting out subpar products. It's true, man.
Even what Knight said. Knight was saying, I think companies and or artists put what they love, and it's up to us to buy, not based on appreciation for the art. I think a lot of artists that work with these big companies don't necessarily have the freedom to do the rendition of the character that they want. Their hands are tied.
Sure. Yeah.
The company has a focus, and they have to stick to that focus a lot of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Arch also says, what company do you guys think is involved with the community the best and listens for change? I think someone mentioned XM. I do agree with that one because they're very vocal and they're very interactive. But then also Queen.
Oh.
Queen's
Yeah.
Queen's like that.
100%. Yep.
Yeah, Queen and
Okay.
Queen and XM.
Yeah.
Everybody else, they're like, we're gonna do what we want to do.
Yeah, man. Especially with their new in-art line, like their 1/6 stuff. They're responsive and they're open to like communication. So,
Yes,
I
sir.
like that a lot. Yeah. What about you, Pudgy? What do you think?
As far as companies, from what I've seen, yeah, I would agree with you with XM. I've had no experience with Queen, but XM, I follow their group, and yeah, they're always very communicative. As far as with each other in the hobby, I see a problem that's throughout all hobbies, and it's throughout social media in general. Like people are kind of rude. They're kind of curt. It's good to be opinionated, but opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. and everybody stinks. So, so a lot of people think that their opinion is the only one and the right one. And you know, I sometimes I disappear from social media for a while because even in hobbies, everything becomes basically like a pissing contest.
No.
It's I'm right, you're wrong. There's no playful debate and exchange of ideas. Everything's like I'm right, you're wrong, you suck, and it's time to tune out. So this format right here is a tremendous change of pace from following online. I think there's a big difference in the dynamic of looking somebody eye to eye, speaking to them, hearing the tone in their voice, seeing their expression, and there's a level of respect you get in this kind of format that you don't get online, in print.
It's funny that we're talking about communication. King Banana says, "Can too much communication be a bad thing? You think?"
Sure, I'm sure. You can't make everybody happy, no matter how much you try.
I think it's a fine line. Like you have to toe that line a little bit because you don't want to be changing something a million times to a million different opinions. Like eventually you're gonna have to have a cutoff and be like, we're moving forward now. Like it is what it is at this point.
But then the other side of it, what do you guys think when the company changes the statue slightly without announcing anything, and then when it comes out, and then you guys get the statue, and you're like, "What the hell? That's not what we want. That's not what we ordered."
Yeah.
Slim Boss says, "Art is subjective. One man's trash is another man's treasure." I think that's it. How about for collectors, man? Like, I know, John, you said it's like speaking to concrete, but like, I want to include YouTubers on this as well because there's, like, I think someone mentioned there's some people are just always positive about stuff, you know? Like, I know they're like, they're looking at it as a business as well, but then, like, also, it's just, everything they release is just positive.
Yeah.
You're not getting that, like, you're not getting that, like,
Truth.
true feedback, or you're not providing that feedback. Everything is, the best statue
The
ever.
greatest thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not authentic, right? Because
It's not.
they're gonna have some misses. Every company, like it's just bound to happen. Like the odds are in the favor of there's gonna be things that aren't gonna be that good. You can't put out so many things and have them all be perfect.
Everyone tells them to shut up.
Jeez. I think it's really important what you're talking about, Steve. I think it's really important when it comes to streaming, right? Because people watch our videos, your videos, everyone's videos. People do unboxings and stuff, and they watch to get opinions, to get ideas, to get maybe this piece will fit in the collection, that piece will fit. Looking. Me myself, I'll speak for myself. Looking when I watch a video, an unboxing, I want the truth. I want the real opinion. I don't want no sugarcoating or this is beautiful because I got the company watching and I want to get an endorsement. You know what I'm saying? Like it's from the heart. This is an ugly statue. Guess what? You're gonna hear it's an ugly statue. That's it. I hope the people who watch us do unboxings and stuff, and Steve, the way you show the pictures and watch us every week, appreciate that, and they don't necessarily want all that mumbo jumbo where it's
I completely agree. Yeah. It's like when we do these, like I know this is why I like having a large panel. Like a lot of people think it's hard to like have these, but I think it's the best thing to have. It's like so many opinions and so many like different point of views. So it's just. I don't think I ever agree with Brenton, but some here and there. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Brent. I'm kidding.
Except on Hulk statues.
Yeah. But it's always great to have. That's cool. Talking about like statues and stuff, like what does it for you guys when collecting? Sculpt, the paint, the concept, the edition size. What does it for you guys?
For me, sculpt and concept kind of go hand in hand. Bad paint can ruin almost anything, no matter how good it is. It's a combination. But the first thing that often will really speak to me because when you see sneak peeks and they're just renders and they're not painted, still you could look at that sculpt and just say, "Oh shit, that looks like something I'm interested in." So I would go with sculpt more than anything else. Is what really moves me.
For me, it's been lately paint. Paint has been knocking the current ones I have another notch. Like, I know I can't sculpt it up or do anything with it myself, but luckily I have the doctor nearby. So like him touching up these statues here and there, I'm like, man, like the possibilities
brings him to another level.
Yeah, it's paint is definitely it's up there for me, top.
For me, it's the statue's got to talk to me, you know.
Concept.
Yeah, concept.
There's
You know,
medication for that.
well, you know, it's got to say something first, and then I'll start digging into it. You know what I mean? Whether it's going to be, you know, for me, unlike Pudgy, I do care about ES because it's relative. So that's going to play a factor. The size, will it fit in my collection? Is it something that I would display? I could collect something because I want to collect it because I want to have it, but am I going to display it? For me, I want to be able to display it, and will it fit right with my collection? That's kind of where I'm rolling.
That's a good one. I feel like these answers are going to change week by week, so and like the statues you get next. So yeah,
All Prime One
now,
has to do is drop the next showcase, and that's it. Everybody's changing it.
Exactly. How about you, Phoenix? What's on the top of your list?
Pretty much sculpt. It doesn't really matter what the character is. If I see the sculpt and it's good enough, and it just catches my eye, and then I'm all for it. It doesn't really matter have to be a character which I know, but a lot of the time you have to be a character I know. But it's got that something about it you can't really describe it until you see it.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is we don't know what's a good sculpt until you see it. And half the time it comes out and then you see it, either you like it or you don't. And I think that's the biggest thing with me. I just like the way they sculpt. It doesn't matter have to be action piece or just, although I like more the Captain Morgan style, the museum look. That's my liking than the action. Action's a bit you have to display with other statues with action, so it kind of limits it for me anyway. So
yeah. What's one statue like for you? Like sculpt is 10 out of 10 behind you.
This guy,
Superman.
That's why I have two of them. I mean, this is like to me, it's like there's no other statue out there. I mean, that's the reason. And like I said, it just what embodies Superman to me. The way he's hovering, Superman should always hover somehow, and that's how I see it. If he's crouching or whatever, that's not him, right? That's how I see Superman hovering, right?
That's a good one. How about you, Brenton?
I see. I'm like the opposite of Phoenix, which is funny because I'm my characters first and foremost. Like I decide which character I want and then see what's offered by the companies for that character. So then it's like character and then I guess concept / sculpt. I agree with Pudgy that they kind of go together, and then maybe paint. Edition size is probably the least important thing to me.
Gotcha. And John, how about you?
Yeah, I think I'm really identical to what Matt was saying, and a little bit of Brenton. I do agree. I think the first stop for me is going to be character, and if I want that character in my collection, then I'll go in and look at the different variations that the companies offer. For me, edition size does play a part in the collecting, and the reason why is it'll determine what I'm going to pay for the statue. Right? Whether I have to pre-order it next week, whether I could pre-order it a year from now, or whether I can wait till it comes out and hits the market and get it at a discount. I think that's really... Spider-Man, beautiful. Well, an edition size of 5,000. Yeah, it's a beautiful sculpt, great paint. It's going to look great in the collection. But I have time to pick it up a little bit later with a discount code as opposed to pre-ordering right off the bat and paying retail for it.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
So the other question is, just say that the characters come up, but the statue is not quite there. Would you be inclined to pick it up to just because you fill the void, and then next time hopefully some other sculpt would replace that sculpt?
You're asking in general?
Yeah, like in general.
To everybody or John?
Just, whoever wants to answer.
I'll say because I mentioned character. It's tough because I like to try to find, if I'm looking for a character, the definitive piece for that character. The problem is in collecting, there's always that next definitive piece coming out. So you never have that one definitive piece. I won't pick up a subpar statue, just to have the character in the collection. I would prefer to wait.
Oh.
Me personally.
And really quick, what's up, Nathan? How's it going, man?
Yo, Nathan, what's going on?
How's it going, everyone? Thanks for having me, Steve. Nice to be here.
Definitely. Rashid, man, you're an OG. What's your go-to?
It's a scope, you know. Like what you said, the stats you gotta call me, you know. So I have to see, depending on how that image is looking to me. So I would go with scope, stuff like that.
And with that basement full of statues that you have, what's the one that like the sculpt sticks out to you? Like you like someone comes over, you're like, you gotta check this one out.
Wow. Honestly, I gotta go with what's his name? Marcus, from Underworld.
Yeah.
The wingspan and he goes in with 1 foot and his other leg is crouched in. So just the way they did that piece, you know, and plus, you know, when you buy it, it comes with the brochure on how they show you how the sculpt was before they put all the clothes and the paint on it. So that piece I would have said.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice
How about you, Nathan?
What was the question? I missed it.
Oh, so there's a couple categories here: sculpt, paint, concept, or edition size. Which one does it for you when collecting?
Concept. Concept mostly, but the size comes into play. I could tell you that there's a couple that I didn't order based on size alone, and that was the Fabok by Prime One and the Batman White Knight on the cycle. In the end, I probably would have canceled the Fabok, but I think I definitely would have ordered that Bat Cycle if it fit my display, but can't do it. It's too large. So now, like concept, I've gotten most of the stuff that I want, and there's some space left, and so I'm focused way more on concept, on acquiring more things from the lines that I do collect, and there's not much else. Like I'm just trying to get a couple more Dark Knight Returns things, and maybe 1 or 2 more movie items, and a few more Samurai, and I'll be good. So concept for sure.
Concept. Really quick, there are a couple questions. No one mentions price. Does the price, if it's cheap, no kidding. If it's cheap, does it like make you automatically change your mind on everything you guys said? Like the sculpt sucks, but the price is there. You guys buy it?
I've bought a lot, somewhat based on price. I would never say that I only bought something because it was a reduced price or a good price. I have to like it at least somewhat too. But there's been a bunch of pieces that I've had in my collection that I've gotten, right time, right place, and it's something that I liked. I may not have been in love with it, but the price fit that day, and maybe it passed through collection and I sold it 6 months later, a year later, but something I got to enjoy for a little bit just because of the, price was good and I wanted it at least mildly enough.
Yeah,
For me,
I fall into that. Like I bought a lot of Batman statues because of like the price was there for me, and I was like, I do like that statue too. So I'm sorry, Pudgy, what were you saying?
No, for me, price, even if the price is super affordable, even if it's a character I do care about, if the sculpt doesn't talk to me, I tend not to get it, even though it might be a good deal and everything. If the sculpt doesn't talk to him, I won't get it. Now, on the other end, if it's an expensive piece, it all depends on whether I feel it's worthy. And worthy meaning, can I justify in my own heart? Sometimes it doesn't have to do with whether I can afford it or not. It's just a matter of whether I think it calls for something costing said price. You know, like I said, there's some things I could definitely afford, but still, I might look at it and say, "No, that's not worth that to me." You know, so that's how I fall with the price.
Gotcha. And our 5-year plan guy, Phoenix. I want to hear what you say.
Well, with me, I have a set price. There's a price I won't go past, no matter what the sculpt is. And I always try to find ways around it. But, sometimes you got to walk away. That's all it is for me. I don't enjoy the statue enough to put myself through that because I've got enough statues to enjoy other ones. So that's how I justify it for myself. I can't afford it, but it just, to me, it's a code, I guess. I don't overspend a certain amount I set myself, and that's all it is.
It's funny because like a lot of people find these crazy prices and it just adds on, keeps adding on, and you're like, oh man, I can't pass this up, and then boom.
And you're eating crap dinner.
Yeah.
I'll say that sometimes there's things where there may not be much of a limit, maybe a soft limit. We all work within our own budgets, but I know that there's probably at least one that I can think of right now that, ideally I'd want to get it near its retail price, but I know that if it cost me double retail, I'd probably pay it because I want the piece that bad. But it takes a really, really special statue to get me to want to pay over retail. Most of the stuff I have was at or under. Some of it was over, but not a whole lot. I was just patient. When it comes to price, if you can't necessarily afford something, you either save up so you can, or you sit and wait until the price comes down to something you can't afford, or you just choose to buy something else. I don't know.
Yeah. Another question somebody had, Mark. Has an edition size ever stopped you from buying a piece that you really wanted?
Good question.
So for me, it's going to be the Spider-Man
current
symbiote. I really want that one after seeing, Behind Brenton, of course, and other reviews on it. To me, that's an awesome, and Mark has it as well. But that one is just, I'm going to wait for that.
But that doesn't stop you. You're going to wait.
No,
but that doesn't
I'm
mean
gonna
you
wait.
cross it off because it's a high ES. It's not on your radar.
Definitely. I
Just
guess
like you're
that's
not in a
true.
rush.
I'm not in a rush. I'm going to be patient.
Because I would say there's a difference there.
Yeah, that's true.
So if the price is right for you, would you pick it up?
I think so. Yeah, I think I would.
No.
I really like that one. Yeah. There's a couple
I like it
pictures.
too.
I think Samuel is his name, and he posted up pictures in his desk, and it's a small footprint. So that's what I really like about it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how about you guys? Like anything stop you from buying?
No.
Or I'm sorry, edition size ever stop you from buying?
John?
Not as much as you would think. No, like if it's
here's
a real
softball pitch for John.
Listen, if it's a piece that I really like, edition size
Shame.
is not going to really hinder it too much. It hurts still, but it's not going to hinder it. Like the OG we were talking about last week, the OG Batman, what was it, premium format with the big cape and the Joker and stuff. Those were higher ESs, and I picked them up.
Yep, 7,500.
But I'll give you a most recent example. That Mythos Vader at 11,000. Yeah, I appreciate it, but it's not something that I'm gonna pick up in the near future. And it did. The edition size did hinder it for me a little bit.
You had the OG, to be fair.
I have the OG. I'm looking to clear it out, to be honest. But Yeah, the OGs. I have the OG, but still, I wanted that. The other one was nice too. It's a nice modern take, and it resembled the show, the Vader in the show. Beautiful sculpt as well, but damn, the edition size. It, although the sculpt and everything's nice, it did tarnish it for me a little, and I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that, but I don't care.
I think
again, man, communication within statue collectors, it's so weird, man. It's your statue. Do whatever you want with it. You know, it's just like.
Yeah.
We're saying
think
that?
Yeah, but I feel like that's unfair with the Vader. Because everyone lumps it together as 11,000 when you're either going to get 4,500 or like 6,500. So on the bottom of your base,
still too high.
That's what it's going to be. Well, I agree, but I don't think it's going to be 11. It's not going to say 11,000.
No, it's not going to say 11,000. But come on, we're at the
that would actually be cool. I got the last one.
Jesus.
10,999.
So when I talk edition size, the only thing it does for me, it allows me to prioritize. That's all. I'll go after something that I'm interested in more to add to the collection, and push that kind of to the sideline.
So yeah, you don't have to rush. You can wait for sales and discounts.
Yeah.
I think the key word there was really, right? Really want, you know. I think if it's a piece you really, really want, you're gonna buy it, regardless of the edition size, because you really want that. But most of the times, it's like there's gonna be other pieces that I know that I want to get that I might not have the opportunity to get. So I'd rather get them before I get this one, because that's gonna be there, and it'll be there. I can get it whenever I want. So that plays a factor.
And now for me, it's the flip side of the coin. I'm the don't give a crap about a yes guy, but like I had spoken to a couple of friends in private, and I had this piece on my radar for quite a long time, but I was not in a rush. I was like, I'm gonna wait, you know, once it goes live and I see the actual in-hand pictures and everything, which is kind of contrary to usually when I see something PO'd, and if I like it, I'll get it. But this time, because I had other things going on, I was like, I'll wait. And then when Jerry gets this piece and find out there's only 400, now all of a sudden it jumped up in my batting order, and I had to pull the trigger. Now, I wanted the piece, but I didn't really want it right now. I wanted it like in 3 months, maybe. But when I found out there's only 400 and the in-hand pics look good, I said, fuck. I gotta pull the trigger on this.
FOMO kicked in.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm happy.
FOMO was in overdrive.
Yeah.
But once you found out it's 11,000,
that's different. Yeah.
It went down for me.
Yeah, there's no FOMO at all.
Yeah. So, like usually, everybody would have been like, say if it was like, and I know it's Vader. He's a famous character. But say if the edition size was say 3,000. I think everybody been hitting that. I think everybody's computer probably would have crashed, and that's a lot, you know, because we all would have been on a hunt.
Like 3,000 all inclusive, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know why I think it shouldn't have been. That's another thing. The mythos always came with all the parts. There was no exclusive. They just came with different parts. Period. That's just how it was. So Vader should have just been all three. If it was 3,000 or even 4,000, I think they would have sold it out quick. But the hunt, there's no hunt for it, and that's what Sasha will understand. As collectors, it's the hunt that what we like. And 11,000, everybody's like, you know what? I could go to sleep and wait a year for this piece. Matter of fact, I'll wait next year to get it. You know, I think that was a big mistake for them to make that 11,000. I think that distance size is too high. I just think, like they said, they think about money, but I think that just drove the piece for me down. It's a nice piece, but the excitement to get it in my collection is not important anymore.
Joe, if I can ask you a quick question. When you ordered the Wolverine, and then you got your order in, boom, before you got it, and then you saw it sell out, or is it sell out or waitlisted right now?
Waitlisted.
I'm not sure.
Waitlisted.
I
Let's
think
just say
it's waitlisted.
let's just say waitlisted. Was there any relief? Was there any like, wow, okay,
Yeah.
now I got a piece that's gone. It's like,
Not that it increased its value in my eyes anymore, just the fact that I was able to get it at retail.
okay.
What's Mark's favorite acronym? Now, your Matt's favorite acronym?
FAPGU.
FAPGU.
Yeah.
Which sounds kind of weird when you say it. FAPGU. Yeah. But
You got FOMO and you got FAPGU. You know, you want that piece?
fear of price going up,
Okay.
and I had wanted it, and I knew it. I wasn't selling myself on the statue. Social media wasn't selling me on the statue.
Yeah.
I saw it and I liked it all the time. So it was just a matter of, since it wasn't getting a really warm reception from what I saw, I thought it would be there for me whenever. And then when it got a good reception and it was a low ES, I was just relieved that I got it.
Yeah.
But it didn't necessarily make it more valuable in my eyes.
In your eyes.
Well, to Rashid's point, do you think Sideshow has been getting the response
love
from
you, man.
collectors that they don't like the hunt? Like, collectors now don't want to hunt for things. They just want to be able to grab it on PO or whatever and move on to the next thing. Like, they don't want to go through the hunting process.
How could you not enjoy that part though? I don't understand how
You 2022 nerd. Yes, every instant gratification. Yes, everybody loves the old school hunt. Come on, man.
Sideshow just sees the dollars, man. That's all Sideshow sees. Sideshow just sees the potential money in the pocket. That's what it is.
Open your boxes. 1, 2, 3.
That's all I think about.
She actually give cards out just like that.
Yeah.
I met
Yeah.
I met half of you by, probably by searching for things, or met you through someone I met in searching for something. And I don't know. That to me is one of the best parts of collecting.
That's a new collector's response for the instant gratification guy who wants it on the internet and Amazon, and I can have it delivered tomorrow.
Is there any way we can ban Samuel from the YouTube chat? What's that?
Right.
Read that comment.
Why?
I don't even know if we should read that comment out loud. He says, "Would you guys rather?" Actually, sorry, Ghosty.
Go. That's your question.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, I'm just funny. Would you guys rather them do a low ES first, it sells out, and then re-release it later at a high ES? Like what? No.
He's trying to give John a stroke.
Yeah, we should take that off screen.
You're in line. You're in line.
You should tell Sam that it's called batches.
Yeah, there you go.
John, do you keep a defibrillator on the hand there?
Somewhere, man, somewhere.
Clear.
That's for the next show.
Okay.
Another question someone had earlier too, man. I'm sorry I missed these earlier, but where do you see this hobby heading in the near future? Do you think it's trending upwards or downward? I think it's down.
Good question too.
That's the question. That's the golden age. That's the golden age question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're in the golden age now, as you guys said in a recent show, wouldn't that mean the only way forward is down?
No. Well,
No.
not if you use like a comic metaphor, like the golden age being
a certain
You know,
generation or a certain
generation, and then, for me, I would say as long as, we tend to concentrate on the high end of the spectrum, but I think this hobby will be getting more popular if you have a lot more entry level statues like the 1/10 lines, the 1/6 lines. People will always graduate from Hot Toys, and I don't mean that as a slight to Hot Toys collectors that graduate, but you usually put it this way: Hot Toys buyers will eventually either stay with Hot Toys or will move on to statues. Usually, it's not the other way backward. Usually, a statue collector doesn't get Hot Toys. That's what I mean by graduate.
Right, John?
Unless that Hot Toy collector buys a statue and then drops it, then he's going back to Hot Toys.
And then he's going back to Hot Toys. Okay, but there's so many things in the collecting community. I started this whole thing because I saw a $20 bust in the comic book store, and as long as they have little things like that in the comic book store, which I still go to and see affordable little DC Directs and Diamond Selects, the hobby will continue going up. And now they have high-end stuff in the $1,000 range for adult pockets.
All it takes is one to get you hooked. But no, Pudgy answered this, on the previous stream before. It's for me the best way. I'm in the same boat with Pudgy. We started out with that little thing, and then went to Bowen's. And back when we started collecting, the statues, they weren't as nice and detailed and big and heavy, and the quality just wasn't there back then. So, and I think as it goes on, so they're only going to get better. I mean, the detail is going to get better, the quality is going to get better, the accuracy, the portraits, everything's going to start. The technology has brought it to a place to where, how do you say no to this artwork? And I think that it's just gonna, and like he said, you're gonna get to the guys that have the money, and they're gonna want it. So it's gonna be around.
There's a price point for everyone, I think.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I mean,
so I
heard keep going up though, aren't they going to price everybody out?
Receipt's got he's got a refrigerator behind him. Oh man. I mean,
that's totally different. That's totally different when this is my end game. That's something different.
Yeah, you said that. You said end game before though, right?
Not
right. Come on, man. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Look at you.
It was end game. It was end game, but it turned out to be a double header. It was the end of one game and the beginning of the next one.
It's like saying, that's like Mark, I'm retired. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you know what it is? This kind of, I used to ask my boy the other day, I said, like, you think this hobby will come to a crash or whatever, and like you said, people are still buying. I think you said it, Pudgy, or someone said that people rather buy something brand new than go buy something old. So, the stuff.
I'm gonna challenge that, even because once they get into it, they're gonna start appreciating it, and they're gonna go back and see something that's really nice, and they're gonna get it.
Yeah,
I know some people that say I'll never go back, but
they're gonna go back. But let's not forget that in these groups, and I'm sure everybody in here seen it. There's been people selling their whole collections lately, also.
Yeah, but
it doesn't. I'm not saying that people are tired of the hobby, but if it's been, I believe, financially a situation. So you got to remember, the more these statues, we don't see these statues going lower. These statues going high. You're talking about a bus. A bus went from $600 to $700 plus tax to now you got bus going for $4,000, man. That's a car. That's down payment on a car.
That's some people's car.
Man.
You can redo something. You can redo a bathroom with that type of money. You understand?
Yeah, but that's like but you might as well compare that to some people can afford a Rolls Royce and a Ferrari, and some people can only afford a Hyundai. So it's gonna the gamut's gonna go from wherever. I mean, what's the production line on Ferraris or Porsches? There's guys out there to buy them. Yeah. So there's a market for it.
No, I understand it's a market, but what I'm saying is these companies want to sell in high volume, and they're not signing. Look at Sideshow. This is, I think, the third time they put up something. Now this one is 30% off of in-stock items, which is a good thing for us, But apparently they're trying to move inventory. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know what? I think
to the end of the year. Yeah.
I think with the hardcore collectors, it doesn't really matter where this goes. They'll keep collecting. Yeah. It's the ones who are joining in the pandemic, a new thing. This is a new hobby for them. Then now the pandemic is almost over, so now they find other things to do, go on vacation and stuff. Exactly. So now they're beyond this. That's why they're getting out. I think there's two groups. The hardcore will stay, and the ones who will dabble in it during the pandemic will start, going away. Right. So.
Yeah, or their wives find out how much they actually paid for a statue.
Don't say that.
Do you ever think that any of these companies are going to be hurt? Do you think that any of them?
I think a lot will.
Yeah,
I think it's coming for a lot of them because as prices rise, you're going to be more selective of what you buy because you can't buy so much per year. Right. So somebody's going to lose out. If you go with an XM piece, that means you're not going Queen or Sideshow or Prime 1.
I think what's going to happen is going to be what happened with Tweeterhead and Sideshow. Like companies that are going to start either merging or like sharing, whatever. Quinn Studios is doing that with a couple of their pieces. You know, they're going through Sideshow now. You know, I think the next company that's going to go through Sideshow or merge is going to be J&D and Quinn Studios. I think they're going to be the next merger or whatever you want to call it.
Queen and
So this
J&D are
30
going to merge?
Yeah, I remember hearing John from Queen saying, if there's a company you would collaborate with, who would it be? And I remember John saying, I would love to collaborate with J&D. I don't remember exactly which stream it was, but he was talking about, But I don't know, man. Like, it'd be pretty cool. I think like what Tweeterhead and Sideshow did is cool. I mean, it gets them out there more, you know, and more people get hands on it. But I don't know if that's what everyone wants.
Think about how screwed some of these companies might be if retailers like Sideshow could send back unsold inventory. They obviously can, or they wouldn't be doing these 30% off sales. They'd be proper fucked. Some of them, you know, like think about all like Iron Studios, the 1/10 line. Think about how many different properties they cover, and then the edition size of every single one of those properties, and each property might have 5 statues associated, and might have 20 statues associated. I mean, they keep on putting out new property after new property, and I feel like some of them are stretching themselves too thin doing that. And a lot of this stuff is not necessarily Iron Studios specifically, but a lot of merchandise is going unsold, and hence these sales like you see on Sideshow. And it's hurting the industry. It's saturated, very saturated.
I think companies at that point would pivot and go on a made-to-order basis. All right, because then, like some of the companies now, is they do their made-to-order, $9.99, 500 only. Okay, we're gonna do 500, and then 5 years later, okay, we're gonna revisit this statue because there's some popularity, new collectors. We'll refinish the $9.99.
Yeah, but would they redo the same piece? I mean,
yeah,
you know,
they would, because it's all within the 999. Iron Studios just did that
with
with their Mando.
That batch.
That's like a batch. Yeah, exactly.
That's Brenton's favorite word, the batch.
Every time you can sneak it in there.
It's a re-release batch. That's what it is.
See, and that's where it takes away from collecting. That's it's just pure business of getting money. You know what I mean?
So saying that, Matt, is it time to sell your collection?
Not in this market, unless
really.
That's what I've been. I know you guys been seeing it a lot too, because you guys mentioned it a couple of times. But everyone's either selling their collection. I'm selling, you know, a couple of statues here and there, but a lot of people are starting to sell a lot of their statues. What do you guys think about it? Like, why, you know, 5 Ws, why, and all that stuff. Why do you guys think?
It's the economy, the money. I mean, people need money. I mean, it's just, you know, they did a lot of spending during the pandemic. You know, we sat at home, looked at stuff. We were at home doing things, so we bought. And now with the economy the way it is, people need money, and they turn around and look and see $1,000 sitting on the shelf. It's like, you know, I could pay some bills with that. So it just turns into that. The hardcore collectors, like Phoenix said, I mean, they're going to keep their statues. And, you know, if they did sell it, they're going to probably want to try to get it back again at some other point, you know, if they did, or they're going to look and see which ones they don't want. They might sell 1 or 2 pieces just to get some spending cash to keep afloat on some areas. But I don't think hardcore guys are really selling their collection. I think it's more the guys the trenders who got into it, you know, and now they realize, oh crap, what did I do? And now I need to recoup some of this money.
I wouldn't even. I agree mostly with what Matt says, but I'd even go a little further and say I wouldn't differentiate between hardcore and not. I would think it's just a matter of things are a lot more expensive now. These are luxury items, and usually when people are in a pinch, you know, they'll liquidate stuff that don't really matter. So, you know, they'll sell the second car, do with one car in that family. You got $1,000 statues? Yeah. You can unload a couple.
They're just things at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Things that I love, but still just things.
Walton brings this up. Unless you're broke, don't sell now. People are ruthless assholes and smell blood in the water, and that's why I made this
Very true.
thumbnail. I don't know if you guys saw it. Like, it's like a text. I made up the text, but it says like, $9.99 for Exum Apocalypse, and the response was, "I'll give you $3.50." People are ruthless, man.
Yeah.
It's only going to get worse, though, right? Because Christmas is right around the corner. So
Yeah.
It's a bit of a buyer's market.
Money.
Yep.
Yeah,
Look at
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
look at Sam made a comment.
Yeah, it is time to sell your
Yeah,
stuff.
hit me up. Yeah.
Fatal says, I'm not selling to lose money. Nope. I hopefully be able to work some OT here and there. My collection brings me joy. If I sell, it's because the piece doesn't speak to me anymore.
Yeah,
True that.
that's a good point.
It's kind of hard to say
Yeah.
though, because like you can't sell something and think you'll gain money. You know, you
Yeah,
probably
this
like,
isn't-
In this market.
yeah, you're probably
Well, I
like even out, but you will not, in most cases, you know.
Like I sold this week. I sold my boy, and he's a good friend of mine and stuff. But he wanted that Nick Fury, and I told him, I said, you know what, I'll give it to you for $250, exclusive and all. And he goes, how about 200? I said, see,
Oh, come on, man.
what?
Really?
I said,
This
yeah,
guy nickel and dime you?
you're my boy. Yeah, and I said, yo, you know what? I said, that's that crackhead shit. That's what I'm talking. I said, I'm embarrassed. You know, listen. I told him, I said, I'm gonna put you on the chat, and he was like, don't tell him that I was cheap or nothing like that. And I said, no, I'm gonna tell people that I told you 200. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you guys.
You can't blame him. It's your fault for saying 250 and being honest. You should have started at 400.
Nah, he's my boy. Like, look,
No.
this guy right here.
Don't blast him.
Hold on. Hold on.
You gonna blast him. Oh, you gonna blast him.
This guy right here.
Oh man.
From next to me, he's the one, and I gave it to him he's my boy. I gave it to him for $200. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, I said, when I go on the forum, man, I'm gonna blow you up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna clip that for you.
That's awesome.
That's what I tell people about crackhead prices. I mean, you can say, here's a $700 statue, it's $400. Or can I get it for $300 plus free shipping and a McDonald's?
See you night.
You know, come on, man.
It's ridiculous.
Just say no.
Yeah, it's definitely ruthless, like Walton said, man. Like a lot of people hit me up for the ones I'm selling, and it's just like, it's crazy, you know. It's kind of.
There's a whole subreddit for that. Choosing beggars. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, I was also gonna mention like companies are doing this as well. You know, they're like giving out discount codes, they're giving out promo codes, they're giving out like free shipping and 30% off. It's, I don't know, man. I think everyone's affected by this whole thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, that's why I'm amazed at the new stuff and the prices on the new stuff and how people, may look at that and be like, I don't think I want to spend that much right now. I don't want to spend $1,500 or $2,000 and have it tied up on something that's not even going to come out. For
2 years
a while.
from now. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm wondering how much that's starting to affect companies if it's doing this in the aftermarket.
Yeah, that's a good question too. Because like Prime One's a big example. Like they announced something, then 2 years later, like you're still waiting for that thing.
Well, that's the other thing. A lot of people PO'd a lot of stuff during the pandemic, and now it's time to pay the piper. So you see a lot of POs coming out, and the guy's like, yo, I don't have the cash for this. So just keep my NRD. And, you're going to see overstock on a lot of stuff.
Oh,
that's true. I mean, I had ordered that Queen Studios Venom bus, but I'm not even stressing him. Is it here yet? Because
right.
Like, nah, and I don't want to tell him keep my peer because listen, I put down money on that thing. I'm not going to let him keep my NRD, but
I mean, obviously you try to get it transferred to something else, but
right. And I asked him that. I said, can you transfer this? And he's like, oh, it's on a boat. It'll be here in a couple of weeks. And that was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but it's hard from a company's perspective too. People canceling their NRDs, like, yo, I put the money down for the statue, so they look at it from both sides.
What about you, Phoenix? Like, is this like good time to buy? Good time to?
You know what? Statues. If I like the statue and I've been waiting for it, then yes and no. Because some statues you just don't have that urge, so you have to just weigh it out. And if you throw a price at them and they said yes, I usually don't throw the price at them. They throw the price at me. If I like it, I buy it. If I don't, then I just, you know what, it's too high for me, and that's it. I don't play the game of going to guys and lowballing them, because there's no point really, right? You're not doing anything. So the best way is just to, you know what, they throw a number at you, you don't like it, that's fine, and then be nice, courteous about it. That's what I find.
Yeah.
If you're gonna throw a number at them, be courteous. Would this number work? And they said no, it's too low. Okay, thanks. Have a good day. That's all you gotta do. Don't be an ass about it, because it'll come back and bite you in the ass, right? That's yeah.
You'll never see Phoenix's picture on a stream saying he's lowballing. That's for sure.
Phoenix, let me ask you a question. Have you ever bought a statue like retail when it first came out?
I have. I regret it.
Just got Magneto.
You regret it.
I regret it. He regrets paying retail.
I regret everything when I pay retail, man. That's the thing. That's not me. I can't do that.
Oh man, I'm gonna call you.
Ask him if he'd want to buy Superman at retail. Superman Hajj.
Yeah.
Another problem is
he'd take two.
During this pandemic, this is when I got hit, because nothing was coming out, and at the same time, everybody's buying. So it drove everything up in value. So for me, it was like, crap, that's nothing. I couldn't buy anything cheaper. So I ended up POing stuff, and now I regret it, because now everything's way cheaper. And
So you're saying that COVID even affected your 5-year plan?
Yes, it did. It totally.
Wow.
But now, guess what? After this COVID, it got revenge, because now suddenly everything just turned on its head, and now it's my 5-year plan. Yeah, exactly. So it's strange, though, you know. But you have to be patient, though. That's my thing, though. Most of the collectors I know collect because they want the statue now. They want everything now. Even the PO. You don't have the statue, yet you want a PO, because you want that feeling of buying the statue. You don't get a statue 2 years from now, and then by then you kind of like, do I want it or not? And most people want it, but the thing is that they have that instant gratification right now of POing. Because you think about it, you're not getting the statue for another year and a half, 2 years.
Right.
There's other reasons to do that. So I mean, I personally I pay in full if I can, because I get a cheaper price, and unfortunately that may mean a longer wait time for me. But if I can save maybe $200 off the normal retail by, you know, giving them a free loan, kind of, but I'll take that. I've really only canceled 1 or 2 pieces, I think. So I mean, a different motivation for POing. You know, there's multiple.
Yeah, I gotta piggyback on that. You know, I used to think
really quick. John, you gotta go.
Man, he hates to go. Come on, man. You know you want to go. Come on, John. I know, man.
It burns.
Especially when he gets juiced. You were my brother, Anakin. Oh man.
You are my brother, Anakin. I love you guys.
John.
Have a good rest of the show. Always good to spend Tuesdays with you.
Later, John.
All right, man.
Good.
Have a good
Take care,
night.
man.
See ya, John.
I was saying that, you know, I thought that too, you know, especially with customs, right? You put something down, and doggone it, 2 years goes by. You know, how do you know if you still want that piece or not? It's like, man, this piece, I've been waiting on this for 2 years. Mm-hmm. But to be honest, the nostalgia comes back when you get that thing saying, hey, we're done, and it's getting ready to ship. And you're like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah. You get hyped all over again, and you get excited. You know, I remember, you know, for that Omega Red Wolverine, you know, dude, I PO'd that thing a long time ago, right? But, you know, the commissioners were actually pretty good about keeping you communicated on the whole process. So that was a little different. But, like, this Queen Studios Wonder Woman that's supposed to be coming out, I'm getting excited for it again. You know, I kind of was losing kind of losing interest in it. I'm like, kind of moving off on this and that. But now I see that it's in hand in people's hands. They're showing it. They're displaying it. I'm getting more and more excited for it. So, waiting the year and a half, 2 years, I thought it was bad at first, but when time comes, you get really excited for it. At least for me, that's my take on it.
Well, the thing is now with the Quinn Studio, that one I've seen it on sale already. People are flipping it, losing money, of course, but they're selling already.
But that's just because again, that's just the economy and the situation. Like I said, you could put a PO on something when they thought they could get it, and then they're in a situation right now they really can't afford it. Like, you know what? I can't afford to drop this on this, so I got to let it go. You're right. It's crazy, but that's an individual situation. I don't think that's going to be the norm. I think that's just the one-offs that are happening.
Yeah.
Talking about like all this, I want to give a big shout out to Just a Jarhead. This guy went above and beyond like a fellow collector. Like I got one of my favorite statues of all time by him doing me a solid. He drove a good distance to go pick up the statue. The next day with the UPS dropped off the box, and I was like, dang, man. That's crazy. Yeah. So huge shout out to Jarhead, man. Like I told him I owe him steak at New York Comic Con. So I was like, oh crap. I started looking up the prices at New York, like at the steaks over there. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to go in. I'm gonna have to help you out on that steak thing because he saved my behind with the Mega Red Wolverine unboxing too. So.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Jarhead, man, thanks again, man. Big thank you to you.
I'll buy you ice cream after the dinner.
Nice.
That's what's up.
So Jarhead, also it should be here Thursday. So
and a
if
drink.
It gets here. Yeah. So as soon as it gets here, I'll let you guys know what it is.
Yeah, good looking out, Jarhead. Appreciate that, babe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, that's what the community's about, right?
That's what we want it to be about.
That's what we want it to be about. Yeah. We're all those scammers out there, man.
Oh, we got
those crackhead prices.
Yeah. Dropping the value of stuff.
What's up, Nathan?
Someone take the custom plunge apparently today. And
that?
I think I know which one he's talking about. Yeah.
Oh, Sam. Nathan and Matt. I just went on my first custom today. The journey begins. I'm just gonna shake my head right now.
I warned you. I warned you, man. I tried.
That's a scary route, man. I
tried.
Thanks, Samuel.
Yeah, it is. But once you're bit, you're bit.
All right, you guys. We did this last week. We're gonna do it again this week. We call this segment this segment Matt's Matchup. So Matt, you want to tell us a little bit about what's going to go on tonight?
Yeah, this was a tough one, and I had to bounce this off a couple of buddies and to come up with to see what would be a good matchup. The thing about it is, I don't know. You want to put them up so I can talk a little bit about them. So we'll see. All right, we're going John Wick. All right, Baba Yaga.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
With a fucking pencil.
Yep. Pencil. Well, hold on. Wait, Steve, hold on. So this was before you go to the next picture.
Yeah.
So it was hard coming up with a versus for this character simply because of one. I was trying to think of somebody who was not enhanced, right? And someone who was good at fighting skills, hand-to-hand combat, karate, or martial arts, but also uses a gun, right?
James Bond.
But also, but also will actually kill, right? They won't hold back.
License to kill,
but won't hold back from killing. So there's a lot of guys out there that are good with it, but they'll hold back from killing. So you got to find the guy who's willing to go there.
Taken.
So, say what?
The guy, Liam Neeson.
Well, yeah, you're right. That was one of the characters I thought of too. And so, but then I put Liam Neeson and Jack Reacher and Mr. Nobody, all on the same page. But then I was thinking about the guys in the chat or people out in public. It's got to be a well-known character, right? You know, that's because there's a lot of people I thought of, but they're just not well known. You know, one of the other characters I thought of that would be good was, well, let's go.
This build-up is tremendous. I hope the next picture isn't like Elmer Fudd.
No, no.
Yeah,
So,
right?
it was hard to come up with, but here's what I came up with.
Man,
I came up
that,
with
man.
See, Pudgy, what did you?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
All right, now
that's fucked up.
So there's this. So here's the challenge with it. And I want everybody on the panel and in the chat. Here's the challenge. I kind of like if we did comic book Punisher, you kind of know where that's going to go, right? So
no, we're talking portrayal, actor portrayal.
So we got to go actor portrayal. And here's what I have to take out. I have to take away the snipers. Both of them can use snipers. You know, Punisher can use a sniper, and John Wick can use a sniper. So we're taking that out. So this just, to me, it came down to a battle of who wants it more. You know what I mean? Which one's willing to go where the other one's not willing to go?
Similar motivations
to get there, right? So I present this challenge to the panel to see what they come up with on what they have. And anybody in the chat, you know, obviously we want what you think as well. But again, it's got to be a character that's unenhanced. You know, the comic book Punisher, I think I kind of got to give it to him, you know, in the comic book, but I need actor portrayal. I think that's going to be a better matchup. So there you have it.
Man, I know where I'm going right away.
All right, you get to go first. Go ahead.
I'm going John Bernthal Punisher. I've seen Keanu run in those movies with that weird, like, bow-legged, I'm looking a little too old. So
wow, I'll hold that against him.
I think definitely the Punisher has that little excess, I think, in violence that maybe John Wick doesn't always have. Like, Punisher gets pretty brutal.
John Wick's quick. He's very fast. John Wick is quick.
I think he would go the extra mile.
See, I'm opposite. I think John Wick, because John Wick is a headshot guy. How many times have you seen him fight a guy for, like, 2 minutes or something? No, he goes in and he goes for the headshot. Boom, boom, done. He walks to the next guy. Boom, boom, done. That's it. With Punisher, he likes to punish them. I think that's his downfall.
John Bernthal's Punisher's violence is like slam dancing, and John Wick violence is like ballet. Okay, I when you could shoot a guy, pirouette, double tap him again, it's like, oh my god, it's like fucking ballet. But John Bernthal slamming a guy's head into a sink, that's very rewarding too. It's very.
I feel like John Bernthal took more punishment. Like he can. What is his dexterity or is something as a?
It's not how hard you hit, but how hard you can get hit.
I mean, he's been drilled through the foot. I remember that, and he's like still walking. You know, he takes punishment. So
yeah.
But it's efficiency though. Who's more efficient?
I'm going to say John Wick. Both of the characters as portrayed on screen are both they have a great deal of resolve, right? So but John Wick has much better control of his emotions, and if I were to put two guys together to fight that are both highly skilled, but one can control their emotions and maybe keep that level head throughout the fight, I'm going to give the advantage to them. So
I don't know. Didn't Common almost kill John Wick?
I mean, how many times was
that's because it was in the script.
But he was similar skilled. He was very similar to his skill. They were both skilled. They were both equally in skill.
Common.
Mark says John Wick.
I don't know.
What about So the guys who say John Wick, what about comic book Punisher?
Bernthal's.
I heard Rashid grunt.
If it was the TV, if it's TV show, I'm going John Wick. If you go comic book Punisher against John Wick, then I go comic book Punisher.
Which comic book though? Like Garth Ennis? Are we talking Punisher Max here? Or are we talking
Mike Zeck.
Word Journal.
Any.
Yeah,
Okay.
either War Journal or Mike Zeck's first
Circle of Blood? Are we talking that?
Yeah. But TV show wise, live action, don't sleep on Keanu Reeves, man.
No.
I think Keanu Reeves has more endurance than this other guy. And plus, he not saying that height has anything to do, but just Keanu. They showed him and Holly Berry practicing on that field with the guns.
Yeah, Terran Tactical.
Right. Yeah. They even after training like that. Not that you do that every day. That you do have some training after that.
It's called gun kata.
Yeah, gun fu.
But think of like John Bernthal in that hallway scene in the prison. Like when he just ran through all those guys. Like that was
it's toughness, man.
He's unarmed and he's just like, I'm gonna take out these 8 guys. I feel like John Wick always has a weapon.
You know what's funny?
John Wick.
You guys may create something because they may have a comic book. They may make it where Punisher versus
crossover.
What's that comic book that Keanu Reeves Berserk?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they may make that, because of this what we talking about right now.
Nah, there's stuff out there. This was. But go ahead. Who else hasn't? I don't know who's. Steve, what are you? Rashid, who are you picking?
I haven't decided.
John Wick.
Sometimes I like steak. Sometimes I like lobster. I can't. I'm gonna go with wow. This is a fucked up choice. This is a fucked up choice, man. You picked like my two favorite bromance kind of dudes.
Exactly. Hey, that's the point, man. It's not supposed to be easy.
Man. Shit. Oh. I guess I'd have to go with John Wick. I don't know. Although you see, with the Punisher, so many John Wick's killing other hired killers, and while Bernthal's Punisher is like killing greasy motherfuckers that you come across in life. And, I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what, Pudgy? You know that like movie wise, the Punisher should have been like how John Wick was. That's how the Punisher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
You could do more in the movie.
None of that John Travolta did done longer. It should have been just like how they did John Wick.
Yeah.
Thanks, William. William Wright says I love the scenario debates. It's good.
Man, I guess
that Welcome Back Frank story though. That's a great story for Punisher.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
But the other side, that the Punisher only in the TV show only killed guys who are like not skilled. With,
well,
Wick.
hold on. Wait, to be fair, no. Wick did the same thing. He shoots a lot of peons, so his kill rate goes up. He's shooting a lot of guys that just run out there and shoot, and they go,
Like when he's chasing Reek from Game of Thrones. I like.
Oh yeah.
There's plenty
Alfie
of
Alfie Allen.
Punisher too, though.
Yeah.
Man.
So this was tough because you have comic book Punisher and then you have movie Punisher. So it's kind of like split.
There's this one scene that always does it for me from John Wick. Do you guys know the wrestler Kevin Nash? Diesel?
Yeah, yep.
I think
Yep.
So John Wick talks to Kevin Nash and he goes, "Hey man," and Kevin Nash recognizes his voice. He says, "Walk away," and he walks away. I was like, "Damn."
Hey, don't forget the Punisher beat up Kevin Nash too. So.
Oh, did he really?
Hit him in the face with boiling water.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was him.
That's right.
So
white hair.
And this Punisher says 1 batch, 2 batch. So I can't go wrong with that.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll go with John Wick though.
We got to get him on the show. He has the distinction of being beat by both people. Who gave you the better beat?
That's a good one, Matt.
Everybody had John Wick except for Brenton, right?
Yeah, I think I would have to go John Wick. I'm undecided.
That was tough though.
That's very tough.
Yeah, it was a tough one, man. I had been working on this, for a little bit. I was thinking, I've thought about Natasha going against John Wick, but I didn't. If you take the sniper out of her hands, I don't think she could You know, I just think it was
Yeah.
it would have been matchup. But then a lot of things was enhanced characters. I thought of a lot of characters, but they were enhanced, so it wouldn't have been a fair matchup. So I had to
This
think
is
of two
perfect.
characters that were unenhanced that could go toe to toe.
Very
It's a good one, man.
Cool. Glad you guys enjoyed it.
Oh, most definitely. Have you guys seen those like YouTube videos where it goes like Wolverine versus Batman and all that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're pretty well done.
Yeah, they gotta do this one.
I think there's one out there, but it's a little different or something like that. So
Yeah, I know that Death Battle has a lot of interesting
That's
superhero
it.
fights and stuff. That's a lot
Yeah.
of fun to watch.
or superhero beatdown, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't always agree with those, but
Who did Luke have? Luke, who did you have in the that'd be interesting to see what Luke said.
Luke,
just
so we
got
had
here.
Punisher versus John Wick.
Yeah.
As we wait, Luke's reply.
That's what
Oh yeah, see Wolverine versus Predator. That was pretty cool.
yeah, that's a superhero beatdown. My favorite was Batman versus Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad.
I still haven't watched that yet.
Oh,
I would
watched
say
it,
don't
but I
even
didn't-
bother because it'd be like,
They're my two favorites, so I didn't want to see. I
you gotta
I wanna see-
watch
right.
watch Batman versus Darth Vader, then watch the alternate ending. There's two of them.
right.
Watch the alternate ending last.
There you go.
I'm
Luke
sure
says-
Batman wins somehow.
Haha. Luke says Punisher.
He turns off Darth's CPAP machine.
Yeah, well, the Force is strong.
He probably has a
Surprised.
plan for everything. He shuts off the lightsaber.
That's it.
Anakin's
Batarang.
got apnea.
He says that's-
Have you seen it, Brenton? Have you seen it?
No,
Oh, watch it, man. It's actually pretty fun. Watch both of them.
I'll have to check it out tonight.
You'll
Oh,
like
you guys
it.
seen this one? This one's crazy, man.
Look at this.
Aiden got his what's this one called? The War Machine?
Congrats, Aiden.
War
Yeah.
tank.
Absurd.
War Tank. I'm sorry.
I want to order that so bad, but it's just I'll stay in my lane, man. That's a nice piece. I love that way better than the Hulkbuster.
What? Really?
Yes, way better.
Really?
Wow.
Yes,
This one
all
pops
the
up.
weapons on there. I'm not crazy with Hulkbuster, but War Tank. War
It's
Tank.
the
everything.
color on Hulkbuster is what does it for me. It pops so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. That fire hydrant stopped it. So
But
It
the
is
weapons,
nice.
the weapons that you look at the weapons all over him, man, on his by his knee, yeah, foot, go down below that, right there by his, yes, right there, up top. He has like a Gatling gun on the other side too, you know.
It kind of reminds me of like Wild E. Coyote. Like he pulls out all these weapons to stop the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or that
Yeah.
scene from The Mask where he pulls out all those guns.
So my question is, since Hulkbuster has Iron Man inside it, does this have War Machine inside this War Tank?
I don't know.
Yeah, you
Just
could
the top half.
Yeah, just the top you could put him in there though.
Oh, okay.
He's been halved.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're both right there behind him on the shelf, right? If you
Yep.
go,
Oh, okay.
Iron Man's back there and War Machine's back there.
Oh, okay.
And then Art got this MK45, I think it was, or is it MX or MK? Man,
Yeah, that looks beautiful.
yeah. Did you guys see the assembly video he did for the Hulkbuster?
No.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the rods are like
Yeah, I
3
watched
feet
that.
wide. The rods to get the arms in there. It's like that.
I know who has a crew. Like, imagine trying to do that by yourself.
3 people to unbox this thing. Yeah.
And this is only a quarter scale too.
Yeah.
Can you imagine it's a third scale?
This is the quarter scale right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Do y'all remember seeing that life-size Hulkbuster that someone was trying to sell? I don't know, maybe 2 years ago or so for $30,000, if I recall correctly. It was in Indonesia area. I'd say somewhere in that region. Someone was
In the-
selling one.
Queen Studios is going to release, I think, 10 of them, supposedly. The full-size one.
Really?
Yeah. they talked into some stores getting them, but
Yeah. This is the movie version, right?
yeah, yep.
All right.
And then he got this one, the Dawnbreaker. This looks good too, man.
Oops, pop.
I'm a little biased though. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just rude. But that Green Lantern symbol on his chest just seems so
Big.
out of place.
Out of
I don't
place,
know,
yeah.
the coloring on it.
Flat,
Yeah.
right?
Looks like a plastic piece just stuck on him.
Yeah, that bothers me.
I think that he didn't like the base the most, the flatness on the base. You'll see in the other
Okay.
pictures.
Yeah, I see like different pictures for that base of like sometimes it looks good, and then sometimes the construct just looks like I don't like how they did the smoke, or if it's just supposed to be like however the resin was done. It just doesn't
Good
always
deal.
look great. But I think it's definitely a personal opinion when it comes to this statue because some people
Yeah.
love it.
Would you go for this portrait or this portrait right here?
I like that portrait right there.
Yeah.
I don't want Mick Jagger sitting on my shelves.
Right.
I like the other one.
I love this effect right here. That looks so cool.
Yeah.
So this part is like resin, right? And this is all polystone back here. The
It's
smooth
gotta
stuff.
be.
Yeah, that looks cool.
It's done well. I think you lose a lot of detail though in that resin, the translucent resin, especially where it's been clouded some, like in the hand above the face there. You could tell there's a good sculpt on it, but I think some of it gets lost, unfortunately.
That's
What's up, Rashid?
that's a mix of that's a bat in the smoke, right? It's the bat. Is that another bat? Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, man. I love the suit, man. The suit is like, it's prime one suit right here. Oh, then like CFO took these pictures. This is the White Knight Harley Quinn, right?
Mm-hmm.
This looks good, man. And then there's like the black version too, black and gray version.
I think it's something you have to really enjoy that story.
Yeah. I just like the bike. That's why I got the bike. I wouldn't in the comic book. I like how the Harley and the Joker look, but as statues, I'm not a fan. The bike, yes, but not Harley and Joker. So.
Do you think that XM may have a hard time selling these and the Joker in the end, even with such a low ES? Because I feel like, Rashid, that a lot of collectors would have had the same mentality you have, and I certainly would have done the exact same thing if I had bought the Bat Cycle. I would not have gotten the other
I think
ones to go with it.
I think they should have just left these characters alone. I don't think they should. I think they should have just left the White Knight bike, and that's that. I don't think they should have added these characters, especially what Harleys they got go out now with like Prime One and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't. I don't know. This doesn't look like Harley to me. I don't know what
The bases are. I mean, yes, they do match, but other than that, they're fairly generic. And of course, the characters are done well and they match the story and how they're drawn in the comic. But it's kind of generic, other than the character sitting on the base.
If you sit them next to that bike, you're gonna ignore these characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 You're not even gonna pay attention. Everybody gonna say, "Look at the bike." That's why I don't understand why they. I would like to see how quick this sells out and the Joker, because the bike is just a piece by itself. You don't need Harley and Joker with it. You don't need that.
Yeah, I agree. I think they'll have some trouble selling all of them. They are done well. I don't see them selling.
Well, I mean, I can agree with Rashid that not everything needs to be a statue. Like, you don't have to do it.
Like that storyline, the bike, and that's it. Just leave it alone. You know, that's it.
But the other side of it, you know how we asked for the line to be complete? Well, they give us these two. So
yeah, but you know what it is? It's not that much of a line though. Okay. That's the thing. It's not much of a line. It's not like the Arkham City line and stuff like that. I can understand that Sean Murphy did like an Arkham and stuff like that, but
I don't know. But the company also looked at it from a perspective of like, I haven't read the line, so I haven't read the book, so I don't know what it is, or am I going to get the line? But say I was a Harley fan and I wanted to get a different version of Harley, and would be cool to accent with, with that. So, so I think there's going to be some collectors out there that would like this piece because it's not, it's her before she goes, puts everything on. She's still her intellectual self.
I would highly recommend the story to those who have not read it. I have not read the latest spinoff, but the original is very good, and the sequel.
Yeah, the book itself is good, but not everything in that comic book needs to be created.
They have a unique freeze they could do if they wanted, I guess. As well as a few others.
That's funny. I couldn't even finish the comic.
Which one was you on? The Harley Quinn?
No, the first one. I started with the first one, and it didn't pull me in.
Didn't hook you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people are not a fan of his artwork. That I heard people say they're not, but I like his artwork, but not everything I want to see made a statue out of that book.
I like his art on other things, like that Sleeper series that he did.
I see that.
Ed Brubaker.
Yeah, it's Image. Way
back. Him and Ed Brubaker made some amazing things together.
Right.
I just think it was a really fresh take on the characters, and it really kind of revitalized them a bit for me.
Yeah.
Well, that's an Elseworlds book, right? I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. You're putting them in situations that they're not normally in.
This guy Chris is really cool. Like, he only collects female statues, and
Case in point. I mean, he might want that Harley. You know what I mean?
Summer's over, isn't it?
Girl summer.
Fit right in, dude. I think.
Boobies aren't big enough for hot girl
this
summer.
Isn't Jean Grey.
Yeah.
I think that I like that She-Hulk came out good though.
That's an OG.
Those pants look mixed media.
It is.
I think they are.
I had that piece, and I ended up buying the meter off of eBay. I'm not selling it separate.
Jean Grey.
I love that Jean Grey. Jean Grey's nice.
This whole setup is really nice.
Move up on that Dazzler. The Dazzler.
Yeah.
That Dazzler's great.
That's one character I don't understand.
I know, right?
You know, man.
Britton, I said the same thing in my head. I was like,
what a great concept, though. What great character design. Like that cover, like I can still picture it, at a moment's notice. It is just so iconic of her. It may not be a good story, but what a great cover.
Is that who whatchamacallit was based off of from The Boys? What's her name?
Oh,
Starlight.
Starlight
Looks like Starlight.
Yeah, I can see that.
It probably could be because she uses that kind of light power.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Matt, are you not a fan of Dazzler though? Was you a fan of Dazzler? No,
not really. It's kind of like Psylocke, like Jubilee.
Oh, okay. Nah, she's actually that's actually kind of powerful, depending on how much sound she can turn into light from a laser. I mean,
Yeah, but it's kind of like Banshee and you know what I mean.
right.
Just the side characters that I didn't.
Yeah, it always made me think of Jubilee from like the X-Men the
Right.
animated series, and I'm like,
Right,
who would
that's-
fight this
that's-
girl that shoots fireworks out of her fingers? Like, what's she gonna do against the
Right.
Sentinel?
I mean, she's a product of the times too.
Ding, I'm gonna distract you. So somebody else-
Jubilee and Boom Boom. Remember the girl Boom Boom?
I'm
No,
a
that
Bam
one's
Bam
I'm
from
not familiar
Flintstones.
She's able to make like
That's Bam Bam, not Boom Boom.
nah, there was a girl.
Boom Boom.
There was a girl named Boom.
You know what I mean, Pudgy knows.
I remember a stripper named Boom Boom.
Yeah,
but that's a different
exactly
show.
what I'm saying.
Wrong collection.
Yeah.
No, strippers I know they're named after cars.
I feel so bad. He was trying to like tell us something, and
know.
then everybody got so
Sorry,
distracted by Boom Boom.
Go ahead, Rasheed, man. Sorry, man.
I kind of knew. I thought somebody on the panel was gonna say some stuff.
Hit me with the lady. Hit me with the stardust. Let me cut the lights off and on. Oh, I'm getting hit by old girl.
Who's this character right here?
Silk. That's Silk, right?
Yeah.
That's Silk.
Man, I love this sideshow one right here. Her portrait's amazing.
X23.
That's a Dan Slott creation, so we kind of ignore it.
Oh, did you guys see this? This is
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Man, this one's like really rare too nowadays. The Wonder Woman. And this guy.
It was
had
good to
very-
begin with, man.
Yeah.
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 But
Can't go
damn,
wrong with either.
the hair really stands out for me on the repaint. It's really well done.
Man.
Yeah, that really adds a lot to the hair. They should have done that to begin with, where it makes
Yeah.
it very comic booky.
It's subtle, but it adds so much.
Yeah, like here, I'm gonna zoom in really quick. It looks
There's
like
the
the comic book
blue
right here. It's just
and white.
It looks drawn,
yeah.
almost.
But yeah, I
It
see.
looks like a comic book panel.
It looks
Yeah,
like
why do
Jim
they-
Lee art the way he added
I
the
mean-
lines on the body.
Yo, what do y'all feel about those lines on the face? I'm not really a fan of that. But
Look at what Buck's saying.
I like it.
I feel like it's new Jim Lee style, like Superman Unchained.
Man, I love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
It's an artistic concept. I kind of like it.
Well, this is a picture though. This isn't the actual. Is it? No, he's.
Yeah,
he
that's the
repainted
busting
it.
in.
Oh, he repainted
Yeah.
it. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, that's the point.
It's painted to look like a drawing, practically.
Oh, yeah. He comicized it. He did a good artwork. Whoever did it.
Yeah, it's a nice concept.
Derek finally received all his Iron Studios Sentinels. And how do you guys feel about statues? I know this is probably not like the final setup, but how do you guys feel about statues being on the floor?
You do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
I have no
that's
problem
true.
with it. If that's how you want to display it, that's your choice.
Shit, I got dogs, man. I couldn't do that.
I know,
Yeah,
just don't
yeah.
accidentally like pick them.
I know, right?
You didn't want him marking his favorite Sentinel.
Right. I mean, he doesn't have carpet, so he can't get the perfect vacuum lines in there. So I don't know. What's gonna...
I see that white speck of styrofoam. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
Oh goodness gracious! Come on.
I see it too, right on the right there in the middle. I see it.
Oh, my God.
On the left, in front of that, right in front
it's
of
two.
Gambit there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Derek.
No
I
shame.
can't help
No
but
shame. This man has thousands of dollars worth of collectibles in front
We're
of us, and
gonna
we're
zoom
looking at
in.
it. It's
Look at this
styrofoam.
hairpiece.
Oh my God!
Look at it.
He didn't
Oh, my
sweep
God.
before taking this picture.
No, it's two of them.
savage.
Oh man.
Bloody
thing-
savage.
the only thing on that is like the wood looks like right there. If you zoom back in, that this wood looks like chocolate. It looks like Reese's peanut butter cup. You know.
What looks like
I
someone?
could see that.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I see that. It's like chocolate wafers or something, you know.
Right. With peanut butter. With peanut butter. In.
The hardwood floor?
The one on the floor, on the left.
The floor of the statue.
Yes, the floor.
Under.
No, go down.
Juggernaut.
With Juggernaut is stepping on. That looks like Reese's peanut butter cup. Like it looks like a Hershey.
Oh man.
I see it.
Oh man, you crazy, man.
Can't unsee that now.
Yeah, but tell me you don't feel like eating a piece of chocolate. Pause. I'm just saying.
I always feel like eating a piece of chocolate.
Pause.
This is why I'm not a huge fan of the put it on the floor, because you got to bend down to look at it, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to say this is why you're not a huge fan of putting pictures on the internet.
That too.
So people could grab them and shit all over them. My goodness.
Would you say
$10,000 statues? You guys looking at the styrofoam?
Look at this foam.
Yeah. He'll get them up eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Would you say this is the best Sentinel diorama for right now? Because XM had made theirs, and I think XM was a little chunky. I don't know. It's wasn't feeling it too much.
I think so. You get all three, and you get a bunch of characters.
Right.
I'm going to say XM because you're not tempted to buy all the accessories to go with it if you buy the XM.
Yeah, but this goes into what Pudgy was saying, and with collectors, I mean, you can get some of these pieces that you can afford to get to make it a diorama. Imagine if these guys are in a bigger scale.
Arch, could you imagine getting something you love and posting pictures and everyone focuses on the floor?
So messed up.
I know.
All right, so I was thinking like what this guy did with this.
Mm-hmm.
He do it with this too, and it takes it to the '90s cartoon. That would be.
Wow.
I don't think it would translate well.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I don't think I want that look.
It's like those busts you were showing me that one time, Brenton. Like they redid the X-Men line in that the 90s style.
Like Diamond is putting out, or Diamond Select.
Yeah.
Think of the Batman the Animated Series bust that they did, the half-scale bust. And it was cool, don't get me wrong, but it was so basic and so plain. I'm not saying that they would be that plain if they were done, in the 90s style, but it would be pretty basic compared to this. I don't know. It could look cool though. You never know.
Arch is saying 5K. I think this is 10K, isn't it?
To get all three of these?
Yeah.
I want to say, did they retail at about 1,700 on Sideshow-ish each? Maybe 1,500 to 1,700, depending on if you got the deluxe or something. I'm sure someone in the chat knows.
5 for the Sentinel already, and then you have the other characters. How much are the other ones? Oh,
2 to 250, right?
Yeah, piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the characters they chose per Sentinel? Like it seems like an interesting options.
I feel they mix it up so much that you don't get all the good ones in one Sentinel, so they spread them out. So you don't have to, but they make you buy the rest.
It feels truly random to me, honestly, which is a good thing.
Well, at least in my opinion, the one on the right has the weakest characters. Like if I just had that one, I think I would be a little disappointed in myself.
Sorry, you guys. Rashid, you gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta get up in the morning, unfortunately, fellas. Sorry about that.
Have a
You're
good
good,
night.
man.
See you, Rashid.
take care, man.
Rashid, man. Good having you, man.
Stay up,
Be
man.
good.
Be
Take
well.
care, man. Be
All
good.
right, man. All right.
Later, man.
Later.
Sorry. Yeah. Either way, I think it's an awesome trio.
Yeah, I mean the three of them together look great.
And then Terry put up this. I've seen the first one, but I haven't seen 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I know,
yeah.
How many of them are there?
There's
9,
10,
I believe.
I think.
Not
9.
10?
Really?
Yeah.
Around that, yeah.
Good.
Oh, they
Good
just
one.
kept going, didn't they?
Wow. Yeah, I think I stopped at 3.
I've seen them all.
I watched the first one the other day in its entirety for the first time,
Mhm.
and I was laughing out loud in some parts. Like I guess I didn't take the movie as I should have or something.
Yeah.
But it was just funny.
What year did it
I
come
couldn't
out?
have-
Pudgy, do you remember?
87,
No
I
idea.
think.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was.
80, late 80s.
Yeah, when you see that for the first time back then, man, it was
Yeah.
That was
odd.
groundbreaking
It was
effects
groundbreaking.
back then.
There's a lot of effects and stuff that back in the day when you saw it in the theater, you were like, "Wow, that looked great," and then
Well-
you go back and you watch them, and you're like, "What the fuck was I looking at?"
Yeah,
You have
see,
to remember, they're not in high def either
Yeah,
on the
Mhm.
screen in 1987.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
Yeah, but I've seen like I love older movies, and they're
Mhm.
not usually that egregious.
yeah. But I
with
mean,
their
it's
effects.
back then the idea, the concept of going to another demonic realm or dimension was just kind of like it was, it was
Oh
classic.
God, that worm chasing her in the hallway. God, that shit was funny. Now that's a funny scene.
So thanks, Joey.
it's a
Yeah.
great book if anyone ever cares. Written by Clive Barker. It's The Hellbound Heart.
Yeah.
Is the
I'd be
inspiration
curious
for the
to-
first movie.
To read that.
It's good. It's short too. It's a real quick read.
You probably should have read it before you saw it. That probably would have been.
I know. Now I'm gonna see the picture. Well, then I'd probably hate the movie even more, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but you'd get, what I'm saying? You'd appreciate. I don't know. You might appreciate if you put the era in it.
Well, aren't they making a new one with like it's going to be a female version instead of like
They
the
are.
this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the whole box was a freaking. What's that toy? Rubik's cube. You know, she's just like
Yeah.
fighting these things with a Rubik's cube, and it's just like throw the damn cube at him.
That's cool. But then also he's getting prepped for his what's this character called? The Grim Knight? Yeah, man. He does it right.
Get the spot ready.
Terry's a super fan, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know he did recommend the third Hellraiser, I believe, is his favorite.
Okay.
So I guess
I don't
That's
they get
pretty
better.
cool.
I'll have to catch up on it. My girlfriend doesn't like the whole horror movies, so gotta watch it on my phone or something. But yeah, he gets a CGC for every single one of them.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
love these stands, man. These stands look cool.
Yeah, they're neat. I can't
Love
wait
how
to
he
see the
goes all
drown.
in.
The drown's gonna be beautiful.
Oh man,
What were you saying, Brett?
It's such a great mixture. You know, the Funko Pops, the books, the statues.
The Hot Toys, yeah.
Yeah, I
everything.
love seeing everything mesh together so well.
I sometimes like think if he's the mastermind behind it, his wife seems to like help him a lot too. So, but it's a team, right?
Arch makes
Exactly.
a good point. He reminds us all that collection is in his bedroom. True story.
What?
Yeah.
That's his master bedroom.
Who
Yep.
said what? Who said what? I didn't.
That was me.
Phoenix, are you gonna put a
That
cot
was
in your room?
Phoenix.
There's no way my wife would let me put any statue. in
Hey,
I know, right?
well, they dig it.
I've been married 40 years, so you know what? You know how it lasts so long by not putting a
Yeah.
statue in the room.
How long?
What year were you born?
Almost 40.
4 or 40?
Was there
Almost 40. Well, yeah, almost 40.
40 years?
Yes.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah,
That's
congrats. My
That
God.
is cool.
This one's getting in hand. Darkseid from Quinn Studios. Is this Quinn Studios or is this Prime One? I think it's Quinn Studios.
Yeah, I think it's Queen with the standing on the head.
Yeah.
I don't see. This is the problem, right? There's too much. You're like, what studio is this?
Yeah. And it's funny because you guys mentioned too, like all these are starting to deliver, and people are getting invoice, people are getting like, yeah, everything's coming in.
Too bad it's too
I
late.
mean, it
though,
looks
right?
great.
I mean, if this came out when the movie came out, can't imagine.
Right?
I
Yeah.
know. Heads up.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
I like Buck's comment. I don't know if
Which
that
one?
was supposed to be like double entendre
No, but
because he said Snyder cut.
oh, who knows? Maybe he's
Oh.
heaving a second time now.
Man.
But that's fine.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either, Buck.
This picture looks really different, or makes him look very different. But
Guess he should have been called Steppin' Head.
Better than the Weta, I think.
Yeah, I think it's better than Weta, but I think I don't know. The hand open down's kind of not Darkseid-ish. But I don't know.
yeah, this guy would have been awesome if he had both of his hands behind him. Like,
Or at
His
least
head
one of
was like on that staff, and he was like holding it up. Would that have been cooler if it was like impaled?
people
No.
would say it's not movie accurate. you
That's
know?
not Darkseid-ish either. I don't think he'd do that.
I mean, I don't think it matters what you do. The character in the movie is dull and dark and gray, and it's just not appealing as a statue. This is one of those things like Rashid mentioned earlier. Maybe it just didn't need to be made. I don't know.
Joss gave him some color.
Yeah, yes, he did.
I guess we don't.
We
talk
don't
about
speak
it
of
anymore.
Josh here.
No, no,
No,
The Justice League.
no. Oof.
You guys see this thing? This thing was cool.
that is cool.
Have you guys seen this
Oh,
movie?
Of course.
It's
complete
phone
movie?
home.
Long time ago, yeah.
Long
I mean, in the theaters, I think.
I hate this movie.
Yeah. That
I've
wasn't
seen
fair.
snippets of it.
Much.
I've seen snippets of it. Never seen the full, complete
Uh,
movie.
Elliot.
Never
I mean-
wanted an alien to die so
That
bad.
was good.
This is one of those that was controversial because they did a
Oh, Brenton.
enhanced edition director's cut where they replaced the guns with walkie-talkies. I don't know if y'all remember that.
No.
Yeah, they digitally altered
When the
it.
FBI, really, when the FBI comes to the house at the end.
Yeah, it was right around the time where they did the same thing to the Holy Trilogy, and they were, making the special editions. It was around that same time when they did that to ET for like the DVD release or something.
Hey Nathan, it's funny that you say that because Mr. X says, and that recut has saved millions of lives from violence.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's so stupid.
would anybody
What's up,
buy
Tom?
this? I mean,
No.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Not,
Nostalgia will kick in for a
Come
lot
on,
of people.
Brenton.
It's
not even
iconic.
at Phoenix pricing.
I think someone.
I like that. Phoenix
I think someone who collects movie memorabilia.
Sure, if
this
you're
is-
into the movie.
yeah, I guess you got a point
Yes.
there.
Or
Skip
just
this
the genre or the decade or something, or maybe they really love Spielberg. Who knows?
You
People
could be the
get, like,
biggest
Hot
Spielberg
Toys
fan, but
Stallone.
ignore this movie.
I don't know.
I don't see why
I
not.
have a vendetta against this movie, I guess.
You don't know how to ride a bike?
Why?
I think I'm scarred because I have to like ride the ride when I go to Universal.
There we
just
go.
annoys me.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, Jeff posted a bunch of cool pictures recently. Did you guys see this by chance? He like redid this helmet. So I think this is the what's it called? The Black Series helmet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he redid it.
Looks nice.
So he did the outside, the exterior, and then the interior as well. And then he put it up. So the one on the left, I think, is from, I forget from where, but it's beat up, But then more pictures of his collection room. It's
Really nice.
I like that Serpentor.
Oh, the Alita. I saw it there.
which one's a surf? Oh, this one up here. Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah.
that's GI Joe.
That may be an XM one. Didn't they do that?
That's Prime
Not
1.
Prime 1. Yeah, Prime 1 did that
Okay.
one.
That's very cool. I remember when I had to mail away for him to get the action figure.
I remember that. And Sergeant Slaughter was the same way, I believe.
They took forever to come. I didn't think it was ever going to get here.
They did come, though. They
They
made
did.
good on their word. They did.
Oh wow, this is cool. You guys remember this one? Like he started putting these up recently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder if they
It's
want their
fine.
heads back.
Yeah, right.
It's nice.
I love these holograms too.
Who makes those? Is that Master Replicas that makes that?
Pretty cool.
Looks like a Master Replicas label.
Love that the R print matches that statue on the left perfectly, too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's fucking cool.
I wanted to save this one for Rashid too. I was like, put it on the ground like this guy.
I have that rug, actually. My kids love it. That's
High five Han.
that's a life-size Han on a budget.
Yeah.
Imagine walking down into that like every day. How sweet that would be. You just
Every
like,
day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to
Great
leave
collection.
home, to be honest.
Very impressive.
Oh, and then John, unfortunately, left early, but Collectors Club. Were you guys there last Friday? I wasn't able to go. I had to
Yeah.
stop by. Yeah. How'd it go, man?
Good. Good. Like always. Always fun.
I got to see this rock finally in a
Yeah,
video.
I saw some pictures. Yeah.
I'm hoping it comes out like 90% there. That looked pretty cool.
Hoping the movie's 90% there.
Me too. Oh, and then like this picture, Jose from the groups, he wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think? Did anyone that ordered it cancel it after they did the full reveal? And did are you guys thinking of ordering it, or what do you think the likeness is with this one?
I wish I had more hands, so I can give this 4 thumbs down.
Yeah, these pictures, don't go by these pictures because they look better than what was actually shown at SDCC.
Savage. It sucks, man, because this is like a beloved character,
yeah.
movie star, and everything, and they did him wrong.
Yeah, they really missed the mark on that one, and it's a crying shame.
Like the material they used on the suit, I'm not a big fan either.
Oh, I think that looks authentic to the movie, like that.
The likeness just doesn't do justice to the legacy,
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve's legacy.
Yeah, that's portrait. I think this is one, if you're going to try and tackle this statue, you need to nail the portrait. People are going to be extra critical of this.
Yeah. Do you think the base is way too like it's not there, or do you think if it
No,
was
I think the base is fine. Like, I
Yeah, I
don't
think
think
the-
anybody complains about that.
I think the whole thing, the base, it's fitting for whoever wants, Christopher Reeves.
It should be just Reeve. Just Reeve standing there. I mean,
Yep.
iconic as could be, but man, that sculpt just. And a repaint could be the solution. I mean,
Yeah.
it might be a quick few touch-ups is all it needs.
Yeah.
The sculpt might be there, when you see it in hand. So I'd say look and see what it looks like. For those out there that are really truly let down, that really wanted this, maybe it can be repaired in some fashion.
Yeah.
I've seen it done before, so yeah, I could definitely agree.
Not repaired per se, but just enhanced. Let's call it enhanced. Yeah.
Or if there's a custom portrait that comes out eventually, someone does.
I don't think they will.
Our guy Cash is back at it on Saturdays, so good old Cash. And I had one more for him. He said happy birthday to Evan. I didn't know it was Evan's birthday today. So Evan, if you're watching, happy birthday to you, man.
Cool. Happy birthday, Evan.
Happy birthday, Evan.
And Cash, you need to get back on this, man.
Yeah, work can really mess that up, huh?
Oh, and this is the latest, I guess, preview of the LBS Iron Man. What do you guys think?
Looks good.
Does that guy have a boot of Iron Man on his foot that they're covering up?
Yeah.
Or is he like actually broke his foot?
Nah, somebody just saying it's on fire. It's just, I don't think so. I see his shoe in the background, so.
They should know we're looking in the background of their photos, not even what we're supposed to.
Britton's looking for lint.
Did they sweep that floor?
Here you go,
Jesus.
Right.
It looks kind of small though from that picture, but I guess it's not, huh?
No, it's on a table.
That dude's actually 6'7".
Looks huge. It's not like the best picture or anything, but it's.
Yeah,
I see progress here.
It looks good. If you're an Iron Man fan from the comics,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you're excited for this.
So my question is, if you're shooting this guy with the good camera, why are you teasing out with this picture?
Well, I think it's just to get it out there and say, hey, because who knows if they have to get those photos approved before they can market them or show them, or you don't know why they're taking those photos, I guess.
Size comparison, maybe.
I'd rather get this than the XM stuff, like where it's just black and gray.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a realistic portrayal or demonstration, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is like what LBS seems to be becoming known for, is this like behind the scenes kind of photos that they like to share.
Yeah, that's how the Hulk came out, so that's pretty cool. Time to get into some memes. I'm sorry for the Cowboys, in case you're good. If you own a Cowboys jersey and live in the Dallas area, be at practice tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Oh, that reminds me. I saw this other one that had Uncle Rico was getting signed because Dax hurt.
Uncle Rico, oh my god.
Oh my god.
For all you Cowboys fans out there.
Oh my god.
The world ain't been right since that Popeye's chicken sandwich. It's funny. This is one that depends on how you read it. You don't matter. Give up.
That's fucked up. Yeah. Oh my god.
Airport be like 1675.
Nice. Gourmet French fries. Garnish.
That is true.
At least it came with a sauce, so.
Oh god.
And a slight garnish.
Yeah. I saw Thor post this up. When your car's been in the sun all day and buckle touches your thigh. This is funny. LG 47-inch LCD, not a smart TV, but has a good personality.
Nice. Oh my god. $40. It's a steal.
Yeah. Me after watching 10 minutes of something on Netflix that took me an hour to choose. That's me every single time. Pressing play on Netflix with a full plate of food. No one's around you. No one's like anything. Yeah. And
that's nice. Very
Nathan.
good, sir.
Nice.
Well, that's Nathan's. That's Nathan's bust he just got.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Looking good.
Yeah, really happy with it.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks
That's
great. It really
does.
captured Nicholson.
Yeah. I love how it's like it's in the top too. Like you got these all together too. That's really cool.
Yeah, traditionally sculpted, by the way, which is
That's
and
good.
this the sculpt and the paint both are just incredible. Just blown away. You look at the necktie on it, and it looks like mixed media.
Oh,
and
it's not mixed media?
that's sculpted.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it looks
Yeah.
like silk. It has
I
like
know,
a
right?
silky
That picture.
texture.
That facial expression, all I see is you never touch another man's rhubarb.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks so good. Every time I walk by it, it blows my mind. And there must be, I don't know. It keeps telling me I didn't ask, but it does look really good, man.
It's great.
Is this going in the bedroom?
Oh, the wife hates it, of course. She hates the Keaton. She hates the new Jack. She actually likes the Affleck from Queen. Waiting on the Weta Nightmare to go next to that, and then the same studio that made Joker and Batman should be making a Catwoman eventually. Haven't decided yet on if I'm going to pull the trigger on that due to the space up there. I think it would fit, but it would be a little crowded. So I already need to move a few pieces off of that shelf. Some of the old Sideshow ones. Yeah.
Oh, the tie right here. It looks so much like
Yeah,
fabric
that
that does.
yeah.
Is it like not brittle, but is that like loose? Like if you were to grab it, would it snap off or?
I really haven't played with it much.
Yeah.
Leave it
I can
alone.
tell you like the numbers that you see on it for the bicentennial event in the movie. Like those are not completely attached. The whole length of the number from top to bottom, and so like the necktie. What I can tell you actually is there was a lot of foam behind it, like stuff in between the nooks and crannies and behind it for shipment, because they definitely were worried. There is some separation from the orange shirt. I guess if that's what you were asking, yes.
Is it how many pieces? Is it one piece? I mean,
it's just 3 pieces. It is the hand that you see off to the side, and the flower was just a kind of a generic faux flower, and then the bust was all in one piece. That's how they shipped them. Unfortunately, that leads to a very high shipping cost.
so those 3 was shipped separately. They're in their own separate box.
Oh no, no, they were all in one box, but the bust itself was not in any pieces. It was just one piece. Yeah.
Does the flower peg in, or how does the flower go?
Yeah, it just it loosely pegs in, very loosely. So if you wanted to, actually, you'd have the option to put some real flowers there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a fairly wide opening, and you could always use a Dremel and make it wider.
There you go, Phoenix.
That's
Next
right.
project.
It's Dremel related.
Someone said
to it.
Dremel.
I mean, change my name to Dremel King.
Yeah.
You're like the Bob Vila of statues.
That's right.
Yeah, that company does great work. They've done a Cavill, Reeve, of course the Keaton you see there. They've done several versions of Cavill and Reeve as well too. Great products from my experience.
Where's this one? Is this Sideshow right here?
Which one?
Oh, the Joker right here.
The full length.
That's a custom. It's long sold out. It's that one's an ES of 50, I think. And then there was a mime version that was a ES of 10. Wow. So
the pen is truly mightier than the sword.
A lot of switch outs on that one too. It's pretty cool. Portraits are not the best, but the suit is really well done. The portraits are okay, and they definitely do look better in person. But good statue overall.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Man, so are the eyes? I don't know if you said this already. Are they glass eyes?
They are not glass eyes on this. I believe they are a
Look damn good, whatever. They are.
painted resin. I don't believe they're
decal,
glass, no.
probably.
But I'll get back to you later on that.
Man, looks really good.
He looks also from that scene where he's like, whoop.
So the eyelashes are, I guess you could say mixed media. They are faux eyelashes on there, but everything else you see around the eye, like the eyebrows, that's all sculpted. And then, yeah. Hand sculpted.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Yeah.
Congrats, Nathan. That's
Thank
an
you.
awesome piece. To
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
This
Yeah,
must
that's
like
pretty cool.
this must like completely change when you see it in live in person, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's cool.
Yeah.
You should put it in
Yeah.
the bedroom to freak out
Impressive.
your wife.
Put it right next to the bed when she wakes up. She looks over and there's
Thanks,
Jack
Mark.
staring at her.
It says, does Keaton Batman hold up best as far as movie pieces?
Does it hold up best in my collection or just in? I don't know, Arch. I need to look. We have to be more specific. What do you think he means?
We need more context, but
I don't know.
maybe I think he just means as far as movies that have stood the test of time for collectors.
I mean, I've said it before that my favorite portrayal of Batman in the movie was actually Ben Affleck, and then Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne. But then but overall, my icon would be Michael Keaton, and that's just that's the generation. So
Yeah, it's like the Christopher Reeve, similar.
yeah.
Yep.
Nah, I can't. I didn't buy either one. Sorry.
What, Christopher Reeve as Superman?
You didn't believe a man could fly?
No, I just didn't. I didn't like either one. I mean, Michael Keaton's still going to be Beetlejuice to me, so I'll never see him as Batman.
Here we go.
And
He's still Mr. Mom to me, but I don't see him as Batman.
but I don't know.
John Wick doesn't look like Neo to you. There's a strong resemblance. You never thought.
Yeah, no. I know. So, what do you refer to him as Neo or John Wick? Who do you? That's a good question.
Keanu, yeah.
Or the dude
First name
from
basis.
Speed, or
He
Point
says
Break.
Pudge. I said Key. What's up?
He still looks like Ted to me.
Bill and Ted. I was about to say, is he still Bill and Ted?
Well, congrats again, Nathan. It's really, really cool.
Yes,
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thanks,
It
guys.
is, dude. That's a nice piece. It really is.
Iron Studios came out. Well, it's coming out with their a couple of statues here.
That's a 1/10 though, isn't it? Or what size is that?
I think it's a quarter.
Is it
Yeah,
quarter?
it's a quarter right here. Yep.
I haven't seen Vader on sitting down.
I'm not a fan of the cape. That's about it.
I don't like it much.
That's okay. It's only a tenth of the size.
Quarter. And this is the part where I think they lack is like the portraits. But
Now,
here's
this is a
another one.
1/10, right?
This is a 1/10, yeah.
It's marketing.
Yeah, that's where I got confused.
Yeah, I don't think they did a good job explaining what was what.
Yeah.
They
did
just
not.
showed a bunch of stuff.
Check
Yeah.
out our cool shit.
Yeah. This was for Brenton. Is this 1/10 Brenton or is this quarter?
Yeah, this is.
See.
I mean,
Well,
it looks
guess
really
quarter.
cool. It's
Yeah.
tempting. I just like that they're willing to do this extra stuff. I feel like they're the company that's going to do a line if you want a line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's 1/10 though, so
Well, it's 1/10 the price
Okay.
then.
yeah, it's not much risk though.
No, this would probably
Depends
be
what
like a
kind of
$300 statue with that.
Yeah,
that
this
strange,
one?
I bet. Yeah,
I could see that.
but it'd be worth it. I mean, look at that like demon thing down at the base, and then the way the cape is formed. Because there's two versions of this. One, you don't have that extra cape piece.
I like it a lot.
and no one else is doing this. So
Will you be getting this, Brenton?
I don't know. I feel like I don't have to rush.
Yeah.
Don't have to PO. Don't have to make any decisions. So.
This one was cool. I thought this was really cool. I love how simple the base is, and it's finally Hulk like stood up, you know?
Yeah,
Straight up.
true.
And this is
It's not
quarter
hunched
scale
over.
too.
It's quarter scale, yeah. Does this beat the other XM Sideshow Gladiator ones, Brenton?
No, I don't think so, because this is the movie version.
The movie,
So
yeah, that's true.
You get your comic or movie.
What about the pose or the concept of it versus like him raging or him?
It's a breath of fresh air, I guess.
I really
I
like
think
it.
it goes back to the movie or comic though. Like I don't know what pose you would pick from the movie for him, to be honest. In this attire, I can't.
Yeah, but I've never seen Hulk just like
Chilling.
chilling in a museum pose, kind of like, you know what I mean? He's always got some sort of, you know, mad look or something. You know what I mean? He always has a facial expression that's
He's always a little pissed.
right. He's always a little. He's I
Someone
mean, he's the
that's
Hulk,
kind of
but-
angry a lot.
Yeah.
How often does he stand still?
See,
You know, besides when he might be catching his breath between fighting or, you know, running,
Well,
jumping.
they couldn't pick the scene he was nude, so
Oh, geez.
Okay.
I still haven't seen Love and Thunder.
Okay.
well, I mean, like he was like kind of chill in the room a lot in that movie. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't so angry.
We'll see. We'll see more pictures, I'm sure.
I actually kind of like that.
Our boy Sam actually posted this. He got his Cyclops finally. I love his lighting in his room. He like does it really well.
Good stuff.
Yeah, congrats to you, man. I got this one. This one's really cool. Or I have this one.
Yeah, he said he set that up kind of like a diorama where Cyclops is gonna blast the missile that Magneto's
Oh yeah, I can see that.
suspending. You know, that's the other thing. You know, I like statues where they kind of like they tell a story. You know, you can look at a statue and you can read it and it's saying something. You know, that's pretty cool. I've always thought about that.
Oh, and this one, like, I wasn't sure if this was real. This is from Weta.
Man, that portrait.
This one?
Yeah, what a portrait there.
I call him Ugly Bob.
Okay, who says he can do good reaping on this?
Yeah,
don't know about
anything
this
is
one.
kind of an improvement over the skin rash.
Yeah, he's kind of ruddy, right?
The whole
Every
thing.
time I see this, I get reminded that I have fucking Batman on PO.
It makes you angry.
It makes me nervous, but
Yeah.
their one saving grace is they only have to do half a face, so I hope they don't fuck it up.
Yeah, just the chin. Be like, just get the chin right, all right?
We'll see.
This
I think everything else about it is pretty good, man. I
pose
really
is
do.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
bases are nice.
Yep.
It's like one of those things. It's like, what'd you do with the portrait? I like
Yeah.
the stones that's like that
Yep.
show he's either taking off or
And
It's
who is
also
this?
nice. I was just saying, it's nice that he's got the floating effect without a pegged foot.
Right.
You know, the cape is the support, and it looks good.
Who did this again? Was it
What?
Weta.
Weta?
Weta.
Which is, you know, they usually do a pretty decent job.
Yeah, this is surprising.
Most people
I mean-
say that their Lord of the Rings stuff, you know, is safe.
Right.
Any other property, if it's a human face, the general consensus is to avoid it.
Yeah.
But
Really.
I've never owned one. This Batman will be my first, so time will tell.
Well, it just
We'll
makes me
see.
nervous because it seems like he has kind of red cheeks, or there's like splotchy.
Yeah,
red
he
in
has
there.
a ruddy complexion, like kind of.
It doesn't even look like him. I look at his face, his lips and everything. He's just,
It's
just
still loading. It's still
very
loading.
very lean, keen, man.
This is this is PS2 graphics right here.
Do you feel like the hairline, like the way it's painted at where the hair meets the forehead, like it's not painted well there for whatever reason?
Yeah, it's still loading. I told you.
Dude,
Low res.
It needs some love. It looks like it has a lot of potential, and it could have been better.
That portrait's jacked, dude.
Jeez.
I think the sculpt
Cavill's
there.
one of those guys. He's hard to get the portrait right.
I think the sculpt's just about there. The paint is what lets this down.
I don't think the sculpt's there. This chin, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing Henry Cavill there.
Well, I don't even really care for the Prime 1 versions that they've done.
It's weird, like the texture stays consistent through his boot, through his pants, and then through everything else. The same texture.
Well, it's all the same kind of suit.
Material.
So how high up the level of the executives go before they said, okay, let's sign off on this?
Right?
I don't know. It was probably done when WB was in kind of like a turmoil, like giant mess. Probably they were signing off everything.
Because I looked at this and I was like, I was entertaining it. Then I saw the portrait and I was like, "Woo, see you later."
Like
I think I'd be upset
that one
if I
looks
got this
better.
in hand.
I think a repaint maybe could save that one.
Like, why would they have put the curl here and not on the other portrait? Like, they made his hair like whimsical on the angry portrait. Why not put that curl on this one?
I don't think he's ever had the curl either. Like, he never had a curl like that.
Only in the comics, but I don't think
he never did.
He didn't have the
as
Kryptonian
Cavill
curl.
never did in the movies.
This is
I don't think
perfect.
so.
He's Mark says, "Let me be Jerry for a second. Why are we still talking about this?" Next,
But you know, it's a valid point by
that's great.
Nathan that his
great.
hair switched the complete side when he started using heat vision.
Fatal said he looks like he's on meth.
Jesus.
And he changed the part in his hair whenever he goes, hold on.
Fatal nailed it. That's what it was, Fatal. I couldn't figure out what it was. Yep.
Well, why did the
Smoking
part
meth.
swap from when he used heat vision to not? Like, it's the whole other side of the head.
It's his what's it called? Stunt double.
Oh, crack super. He said like smoking meth. Oh, that's crazy.
Meth mouth.
Dang, look at that bicep, man.
He's popping.
That's what you look like after carrying Hulk upstairs.
Yeah, literally. This whole thing. My
Synthol injections.
Oh, wow.
Take your creatine.
Oh, my God. There's some of these synthol guys on YouTube.
You saw it, right? You saw
They're hilarious.
That's,
I'm like, dude, you think that looks good?
I know, right?
work Superman. Jesus. But yeah, man, this looks pretty badass.
I know. Which portrait you going with, Pudgy?
Right now, I got that one on. I'm liking
This
it
one?
very much. Yeah.
That one?
I would go with
Fierce
that
one.
one, I think. I like that one.
He's got little canines going. It looks pretty good.
How are the seams, Pudgy?
I haven't really examined it up close yet. I unboxed it 5 minutes before airtime. So I just threw it up there and I looked at it real quick and I was like, I like
Pudgy's
everything
like,
I've
I
seen
barely
so
even pegged it in.
far. Yeah,
Metal claws.
literally. It's
You
not
may
totally
fall
put
over
together.
if I move.
I haven't put up the fencing in the back yet.
I can't see enough of the carpet where to figure out the vacuum line.
Yeah, that's
Right?
Yeah.
Let's examine this thing.
I know. You saw Britton got closer to the camera. He's like,
I know.
He's looking
I
for
lean
it.
in. Let me observe.
let me in. Britton
I
said,
see half a circle in the bottom left-hand corner. What's that from?
He's checking the dude's baseboards.
I'm checking your black shelves for dust.
Oh my god.
See that half a circle? You can tell something was sitting there.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh my
Look at
gosh.
Buck's comment. Go to bed.
No, too much.
Oh my god.
That's funny. And compared it to this one, I think it's like a good comparison. I want to see the size. If you could put them next to each other, that'd be really cool. And this next one, I don't know. Is this a custom? Like
No, that's the light up feature.
That's how it comes?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't read that. That's cool.
I don't think I ever knew that either. I've never
Yeah.
seen it lit up before.
It's
Me
the
neither.
light up torso.
I never knew that.
Batteries, or does it plug in?
It's battery.
That hand looks cool.
When are they going to learn?
That statue is so cool. I like it so much.
I used to really like Onfrist too.
Everything about that, that's when you talk about concept
Yes.
Yeah, that's perfect.
and like the
example.
way they executed that. That's
Pe-
just
pe-
fantastic.
My wife has one of those things where they have a friend over and they say, "Let me show you my husband's room." I've had
I'm sorry, Pudgy.
people who don't know shit about any of these comic book characters, when they see that piece, they just love the concept of the fact that he's in midair with the stones actually flying. People just love that piece without even knowing who it is, just because it's so well executed.
This would look good with the sideshow Sabretooth. All right.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you guys, that's the last of the pictures. So I'm gonna try to find more collections so we could, examine the rooms.
Yeah.
Call it
The
Brenton's
only one
eye
on
check or
YouTube.
something.
We'll examine your room.
Nah, but that was fun. That was 113 pictures, so not too bad.
God, oh. It's amazing how we go through that many. Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Nah, there was just one night we went through 182 pictures. I think it was like a 3-hour night, so pretty. Getting to 3 hours now, but that wasn't too bad. But yeah, man, I should be having something come in Thursday. If it does come in Thursday, I'll let you guys know, and hopefully do a live unboxing, and hopefully do some exercise before then. But it's heavy. It's heavy. But Pudgy, man, congrats on your Wolverine, and
Yes, thank you.
I know it's close to the end of the year, but you got anything else coming in anytime soon?
A couple of Joker 1/6 Joker on Throne.
Oh,
That's the
yeah,
next one really in my horizon. A couple of other tweeter heads, yeah.
Cool, man. And Phoenix, how about you, man?
I'm still waiting for the prime one. Grim Knight.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
Yeah, so who knows? It'll come. No hurry, really.
Yeah.
Cool. And Nathan, how about you?
I've got a few things on the horizon. I just paid shipping on a 1/6 bat signal from Jazz Inc. So I'm expecting that to ship in October, I think, and then also the 1/6 66 Batmobile from them should be coming late October, early November. I think on the second batch, and then the Scarecrow from XM. I would expect. I haven't heard of it getting delayed at all. I think it should be dropping soon. In fact, and then the Batman Who Laughs. I was expecting this month, although I paid shipping, but I haven't gotten notification yet. So I'm expecting that this month.
Which Batman Who Laughs?
The XM, actually.
XM?
Yeah, not a very popular piece, but that's the one I like personally. I really like the colors on it, the pop that stand out from all the black. I like the fact that there's that you can see under the visor in one of the portraits. That it's the only one out of all the companies that's doing that. It's a cool looking piece, I think. So, anyways, that's it.
Really cool, man. Matt, how about you? You got any customs coming in?
Nah, nothing coming in. least I don't think. I haven't heard anything. I do have one ordered, but I haven't haven't heard anything. So I'll be waiting on that for a minute. And I'm with you with the Queen Studios, man. Just waiting.
A little bit later than expected. Yeah, same here.
Which I don't understand. Some people have it in their hands, but it is what it is. So.
And Brenton, you got anything coming anytime soon?
Nope. No, I'm boring.
I'm bored.
No, man, you went through a crazy phase. How about like Hot Toys or anything? Nothing of that sort. No.
Nope. I'm looking for some potential comics right now.
As we speak.
Yeah.
No, that was before we started.
I mean, dang, man.
I was searching eBay for a while tonight to see if I could find any good deals on a kind of a new path I wanted to venture down. So we'll see where that leads.
Awesome, man.
That's awesome.
Well, you guys, I'll let everyone go for tonight, but thanks again. Pudgy, Phoenix,
Yes,
Nathan,
thank
Matt,
you.
Brenton,
Thanks, man.
Rashid,
Always fun.
John, Cash, everybody. But yeah, definitely see you guys on the next one. I want to have one on Saturday, so if you guys want to join on Saturday, I'll send you an invite. But yeah, I'll see you guys.
Thanks, Steve.
Peace, everybody.
Take
Good
care,
night,
guys.
everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good night.